Guys, here we are again. Here we are again, guys. We'll make this short. Guys, that Akaash Singh guy, he's in the news again, right? Because boy, oh boy, how can someone be such a big simp like Akaash Singh? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Let's see. Guys, you might remember him. I think it was earlier this year, right? Um, where she was just absolutely just dogging him and making him feel like absolute crap, right? Rajai, what's up, dude? Keyshawn's here. What's up, guys? Drop the link now. Yeah. You guys, this is what happens when you have no self-confidence. You know, this is what happens when you don't respect yourself. Okay? You get treated like an absolute dunce by some broad who hates your guts. Okay? You guys, a lot of comedians should have this whole self-deprecating type of thing going on, but there's no reason why you should put up with half the stuff that Akaash Singh's wife has made him put up with. So, guys, for all you guys who don't know him, I personally I've never seen him before. I've never seen his stand-up. I know who Andrew Schultz is. Andrew Schultz was funny for like a year and a half, and now he's just not. Andrew Schultz has that stupid podcast with that Charlemagne the God guy. You know, he's a clown. Charlemagne's a clown. And the thing about Akaash Singh, I've seen him do crowd work, but I've never seen his stand-up. But apparently some people like the guy, you know? And I think that's the worst part about why it's so bad that his wife is trashing him this way. You know? It's because he seems like a genuine good guy. That's just the thing. All right? But guys, he married some chick who I guess she's attractive. I mean, I was trying to be objective and look at a chick regardless of her personality. I mean, she's not ugly. I mean, she's above mid, you know. But once she opens her mouth, Jesus. Hold on.
Day of the year for me is?
Oh, I know this. Go.
Tax day?
No.
It's Akaash's birthday.
And I feel it because she's being nice to me all day. And by like 10 p.m., I can feel her getting just like, I'm so ready for this to be over.
Okay, May the 4th is Akaash's birthday. And
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day. And I have to get him something. And I have to also be nice and do like acts of kindness.
She said that twice. No, she said that twice.
She's really not okay with it.
Well, it's really hard. Listen, I'm just used to being treated like a princess all day, every day. So that one day that I don't.
Oh, what torture.
Yeah. It's
And
hard.
treating somebody else like they're the main character, that's like the lowest in her book. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Now, guys, here's the thing. This chick's voice is like nails on a chalkboard. Guys, there's a problem with famous guys whose spouses want to do social media because oftentimes, guys, their spouse has no talent and thinks that by shit talking their spouse. So the one who's not talented's only talent is talking trash about the talented one, right? Absolutely insane. Adam, his end game is he doesn't think that he can do any better. He honestly thinks that this chick is the only chick out there, is the hottest chick that he's gonna get because he's a scrawny, kind of weird looking Indian guy. Here's the thing, guys. If Akaash were to actually like get himself a decent haircut, get in shape, and not be like 100 pounds, you know what I mean? And actually, like, I don't know, get some therapy for his confidence, guys. He's a pretty famous guy. He could actually get some chicks. You know what I'm saying? But guys, it just doesn't make any sense. This guy's worst op is his wife. Guys, Aisha Curry's the same way. I would argue Russell Wilson's the same way. Big Mike, Obama's biggest op is his wife. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Big Mike isn't good at doing anything. So all she does is shit talk Barack. That's all she does. That's all she does. Absolutely insane. What a Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett has no talent, none. When was the last time she was in a movie? In the 90s? You know? Her only talent is shitting on Will Smith. Guys, here, let's go back to the beginning.
So one of the hottest topics online recently has been a
fair use, YouTube, fair use.
stand-up comedian named Akaash Singh, and some comments that his wife has made about their life.
See, look, if you were to like just do some push-ups, you know, shave a little bit, because he looks like, guys, he's Indian, but he looks like he's like, you know, from India. If you know what I mean, you guys know how there's like people of certain areas, but you can tell that they're American, you know, and how because that they've been like well fed. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. What?
Life in their marriage. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the Flagrant podcast starring Andrew Schultz and the man himself, Akaash. And as far as digital media goes, comedy podcasts are not really my thing.
I've heard some legendary.
Guys, I am not a comedy podcast guy, right? I'll watch Joe Rogan now and then because he has a lot of UFC fighters on there. And, you know, Theo Vaughn has some funny clips, but I don't sit there and listen to comedians on podcasts. I just don't. I think it's goofy. It gets played out. I just can't sit. Guys will sit through a 3, 4, 5 hour long podcast of like comedians just talking. I don't understand it.
Very tipping, right? Like, you know, I remember I was hanging with Rogan once. He drops the car off. It's 100. Picks it up. It's 100.
Okay, that's aggressive.
Yeah.
He's responsible.
I guess I just don't find either host to be particularly funny. I really think that Andrew got a career from swinging on Joe Rogan's nuts, and then Akaash in turn did the same with Andrew. You know, this guy is actually so unfunny as a comedian that I thought for sure he was like Lily Singh's long-lost brother or something like that. But it is simply not true. They actually do have two things in common, though. For one, they both cannot take any sort of constructive criticism regarding their comedy.
I'm trying to power through the set, but when I'm done with my set and I see him doing this, that shit, there is no way your fucking left hand.
Blah, blah, blah.
In fact, it's quite apparent that growing up and even through his early adult life that this man had zero confidence in himself and never really got any attention from any girls.
So in high school it was because you said you didn't look good, and then after that it was
I was hideous.
Well, you're not a hideous guy.
Hey, you haven't seen me in high school.
Well,
Short,
what
fat,
happened?
Crooked teeth. I was just like a chipmunk, dude.
And I really do think that this is how he became a living doormat, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. And funny enough, the seeds of this expose of his home life were planted years ago when Myron and Frogger from Fresh and Fit would go onto the Flagrant.
Now, guys, here's where it gets interesting, okay? Here's where it gets interesting because, guys, Fresh and Fit, here's the thing. Yes, I trash Fresh all the time, right? Because I think Fresh is the biggest fraud. But dude, Myron does make some good points. I don't agree with all of them, but someone like Akaash has no room to talk about Fresh and Fit. Guys, I need you to put a 1. If you give me, guys, Fresh probably is better at getting girls than Akaash Singh, and that's sad. Okay. That's sad. And it's crazy because you wouldn't think so, but Akaash, he has like no self-esteem, none. Fresh might be a trick, right? Fresh might be paying for a box, but he isn't dumb enough to act in getting 304s pregnant. But guys, he doesn't look as bad as Akaash does. Isn't that crazy to think about? Isn't that nuts? All the goofy stuff Fresh has done, and Akaash actually looks worse than Fresh. Guys, do you agree with me, yes or no? Because anyone who wants to call in, guys, hit the StreamYard link. I did pin the link. Guys, I would honestly say that, yeah. Guys, hit the like button. That's a crazy thing to say. At least Fresh is smart enough to actually lead with his wallet and pay for box, you know? That's crazy. Rajai, dude, yeah. I'm having like an epiphany here. Guys, I honestly don't think that Fresh would ever put himself in a situation where some broad is publicly embarrassing him, talking mess, and then he's not only putting up with it, but he's defending her. Wow, guys, wow. Am I defending Fresh? Is that how cooked Akaash Singh? Oh no. What a mess, guys. What a mess.
Podcast, and it was beyond clear that Akaash was not a fan of these guys by any means.
The way I look at it is, you watch them you see them evolutionary charts from Neanderthal to Homo sapiens.
Yeah. So he's gonna try and be like, yeah. You guys red pill stuff. It's BS. It's BS. Y'all are dumb. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Y'all are the first motherfucker out of Neanderthal.
And ever since this interaction, the two of them have had beef for years, and even the two podcasts in general have had issues with each other. And at first, I would say it was a pretty even battle with each respected fan base kind of riding for their guys, but lately Myron has been teabagging the shit out of Akaash online. And it's really all been possible because...
Guys, there's no coming back. Like, with the way that Akaash, like how he's got destroyed the last 5 months, and the fact that he quit his podcast. So guys, we'll skip through this and then we'll actually get to like the newest part of the saga here. Because guys, he was on Wild and Out, that Nick Cannon show. Then he started doing on stand-up. But when his podcast got big, oftentimes his shows do well because of his podcast. Guys, he quit his podcast. You guys know how much money his podcast makes and how it's like a guaranteed check? And I guarantee the reason why he did so is because of this thunderheaded broad right here. Well, I think that your podcast fans are different than than your stand-up fans. So quit your podcast. This idiot said yes. He quit. What's he gonna do now?
Of Akaash's wife, Jasleen, as she has pretty much given Myron all the ammo in the world.
Yeah.
You see, Akaash made the mistake of trying to appear too perfect, and every time he would open up his mouth about his wife, Jasleen, he would paint her as this beautiful, sexy, but also innocent, almost naive person. And on more than one occasion, he noted this story where they lost their V-cards to each other when she was in her early 20s, and I believe he was in his late 30s.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys, put a 1 if you actually believe that Akaash Singh's wife had never had sex before. You're trying to tell me a chick who looks like this, right? Okay? Guys, look, all right? Let's be honest. We all know how her voice sounds, but let's take out the voice and the personality. I would give her like a Seattle 8. I would give her like an LA 5.5, maybe 6. A New York 6. You know? Probably like a Seattle 8. A Miami 5. You know what I'm saying? She's an attractive chick, obviously, but she's not like super fine or anything, you know? You know what I mean? I would give her a Columbia, maybe 4 or 5. Like a European 5. That she was in Germany, like Poland, Czech Republic, I would give her like a 5. I mean, guys, chicks like her and like the Czech Republic, in Germany, Poland, I would even say Colombia, Brazil. Guys, chicks like her in Brazil, they're selling pineapples at the pineapple stand on the street. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you would just let her destroy his whole career.
Akash's wife,
I remember I was just like, what?
I mean, it's almost like the guy had a superiority complex over this V-card fun fact, when in reality, he was really just on some Steve Carell shit. And it's quite apparent that even in his newfound...
Guys, he's a comedian. He's obviously had chances to smash. So he must have some serious issues, man. You know what I mean? Serious issues. And the fact that he Laughing Man says, remember surely lets you smash if your white boy Fred has. I don't know if that means Laughing Man. Explain.
Success, he was still deeply insecure from his adolescence.
Yeah.
But either way, Akaash was still pretty well respected for years, and the problem really didn't start until his wife opened up her mouth.
Guys, once again, his wife has no talent, none. So she jumps on the internet and craps on her husband who's talented. And then laughs at the attention. That's what talentless hacks do. Guys, say what you want about Rachel Wilson, right? Andrew Wilson's talented, he gets stuff done, but Rachel Wilson kind of builds her. I mean, they work together, but she has her own channel that does really well. And you've never seen her disparage Andrew. She can make her own lane or work with Andrew. She doesn't have to shit on Andrew to make her platform. You understand? So
first, it was simply about the red pill community and specifically Fresh and Fit.
So my husband actually interviewed these red pill guys on their podcast one time, and I won't mention their names because who the fuck even cares. But it was so funny because he actually called them out on their shit and their like stupid fucking beliefs and how they say that they're helping men when actually what they say is like really detrimental and damaging, especially to young impressionable men. Because he went at them, the red pill guys, like fans, were attacking him afterwards, found pictures of us, and because I'm like objectively attractive, you know, they were saying that we couldn't possibly have got together in a natural kind of...
Guys, every time that he tries to kiss her in public, she dodges his kisses. It's crazy. She despises her husband, despises him. Guys, it's not like she just married a guy she's not attracted to. I'm sorry. She married a guy that she doesn't respect. She despises this guy. Despises him.
Way or like in the wild, like it must have been an arranged marriage.
Now, the most ironic part about her call out is that she herself turned to making Fresh and Fit as content for women, where she embodies the idea that women should be constantly treated like spoiled brats who need their every whim catered to by their husbands. In fact, it seems like all she really knows how to do is sit at home and spend Akash's money. I mean, just listen to how she describes herself.
Okay, now, guys, if you're wearing headphones, I'm warning you because this chick's voice is like nails on a chalkboard, all right?
Those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
And trust me, guys, after this, the clips only get much worse. You know, it's almost like going from Weenie Hut Jr. straight to Hell's Inferno, as she totally comes off.
Fair use, YouTube.
Off as an entitled gold digger when it comes to finances.
How do you and your husband split finances?
Watch.
We don't.
We don't.
If you want to work, all for that. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money, and my money is my money.
Yeah.
Why would any guy put himself through this?
They
Guys,
suck at everything but fucking. You bitches are failures to everything. Like, I have no loyalty to shit. Not your family, not your kids, not nothing. You bitches are a disgrace. I swear to God, I hate you hoes.
Yes, that's very easy to say when you have no income.
That is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one.
Oh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife.
And it's just like the best fucking part is like living with your best friend.
Also, it's like there's
who buys you designer shit.
My wife is objectively gorgeous. Me, no. So that's what you got to do. I got to work my ass off, and then every time she starts looking at me and she starts assessing my beauty, I just throw a bag at that bitch.
look at that, guys. You see that?
Beta male.
Chest pass.
And just look at her sheer reaction
Watch,
to
watch,
Akaash.
watch. So this is the second ring he bought for her. The second, not uno, but dos. The second ring. Watch.
Surprising her with an upgraded wedding ring recently.
Watch.
First of all, I want to say to Amma, happy birthday. All of this is possible because you told me I could do anything that I wanted.
With him also saying that he now wanted to renew their vows in India in front of their families. And just pay attention to what her main focus was in this clip.
Ghislaine Singh, will you be Ghislaine Singh forever again?
Yes.
Watch.
Watch. Oh my God. How big is this? Thank you so much.
Couldn't even get a kiss on the mouth. Couldn't even get a kiss on the mouth, guys. Look at that. Simpanzee. Neon, what's up? Dankar, how you doing? Christopher Jordan, what's going on? Look at that, guys. And guys, it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Because his friends keep trying to tell him, bro, you're simping so hard. What are you doing? What are you doing? Guys, what would you even do if you had a friend who was simping this bad? Guys, put a 1 if you believe. You just got to cut this person off. If you have a friend who's simping this bad, you have to cut them off. You have to, guys. Some people, they can only learn the hard way, guys. They can only learn the hard way. Guys, all you can do is you look them dead ass in the face.
You can't handle the truth.
And you walk away. Oh, guys. Oh. Every time that I watch this, it drives me absolutely crazy. There was a clip that went viral on Facebook, and this chick was like talking about how she supports her husband, right? And she was like, I realized that I'm the person in your life that could ruin you the most or help you the most. And she's like, I look at other women and how they treat their husbands and realize how important that a good wife is, because a wife can destroy a man. And but she was being serious because I guess she's like a traditional one, but a real woman understands how powerful she is, like, to a man's well-being, to his mental, his physical, his emotional, his spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Lone Wolf, hey, what's up, dude? Guys, I can't really think of anyone who simps this bad, because yeah, you can talk about Obama and Big Mike. You can talk about Russell Wilson, you know. But Russell Wilson, he's on the whole God thing. Will Smith, man, he's bad too. Because you can argue that Jada Pinkett ruined his career too, right? Because this is just bad. And he's trying to defend her, Akaash is.
What do you say?
This is so.
Courtney Mustard. You were sitting in her lap.
Now, clearly she was not moved by the rededication of their love to each other. Hell, she even dodged that poor motherfucker's kiss.
Marriage is much better for women. It literally starts with a man getting on his knees begging you. But is that enough? No. You also get an exclusive.
Neon. Adam 22 is a degenerate piece of trash, so he doesn't count. Okay? Guys, you have to have some integrity, right? You got to have some potential of goodness. I don't think that you can count a degenerate as a simp. Guys, what do you think? You know, Steph Curry, he's a simp. But the thing is, his wife didn't start out as a simp. Yeah, I'm sorry. Steph Curry's wife didn't start out the way she was, which is nuts. Because I would say, yeah, Adam 22, guys, he's a human trash bag. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't count, because what else would he do? Thank you, Neon. He has no soul. Yeah. I don't, guys. Adrian, Matthew, Neon, Dan Carr, Keyshawn, guys. Adam 22 is not even the same species as us men right here. You know what I mean? All of us hard working, ambitious, intelligent men who actually go out to actually work and be productive. Oh, no. Guys like Adam 22, you can't even... Guys, I would be insulted if anyone put Adam 22's name in the same sentence as any of you guys' names. Not any of my subscribers. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? No. I know all of you guys have principles. I know that all of you guys have souls. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys wouldn't resort to degeneracy like Adam 22. Because once you hit a certain point, there is no coming back. Guys, I'm sorry to say this. Guys, let me know if you agree with me, yes or no. People don't change, right, guys? You think so? Yes or no? People do not change. Cheaters are always cheaters. Abusers are abusers. Liars are liars. Junkies are junkies. And degenerates are degenerates. People never change. Ever. If you give a person alcohol, it brings out their true self. If you give them money, then it really brings out their true self. Most of the people who are rich, who are jerks, they were jerks anyways, and the money just pumped it up, pumped it up for them. And guys, Akaash Singh is always going to be a simp. Always. Was
it a piece of jewelry? 3 paychecks. That's what she told me. 3 on a finger.
And I just know for a fact that she is the type of chick to require a blood diamond over a lab grown, all because she needs to walk around feeling supreme to other people. You know, she wants to feel that slave labor on her finger. And Akaash actually makes another fatal mistake here of encouraging her to have a TikTok and podcasting platform.
Who was your first girlfriend?
I had one in college.
Subject.
Now for him, this was really the beginning of the end, as she would start oversharing quickly.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. The top 4 songs when I came back for my sophomore year, Click, Pop That, Bands Make Her Dance, birthday cake, the 2 chains. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So
We know what that means, right, guys?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at hoeing. That's the company I work at, hoeing.
Why would you want your wife on the internet saying this foolishness? Look at that. Look at that.
It's like,
And it's just hilarious because Akaash acted like he found this diamond in the rough, like she was some pure angel sent.
I know, guys, like, she's attractive, but she's like everyday attractive. Guys, put a 1 if you've just met chicks just like around that are hotter than this chick. Chicks in college, chicks when you're in the military, chicks at your high school. This guy is treating her like she's Helen of Troy. Guys, if you've traveled, and I'll say this again, go to Colombia, go to Brazil, go to the Czech Republic, right? There's chicks that are hotter than her on every corner, man. Seriously, working at Starbucks, working at McDonald's. Man, you go to Brazil, man, shoot. This chick's like a 4 in Brazil. It's crazy.
Down from heaven, when it turns out she was the total opposite.
Guys, look, she can't even really look at him. And this is their wedding stuff.
She was the total opposite.
I was popping my pussy in these white boy frat houses.
I met this guy on Tinder. This was before Bumble or Hinge. Like, this was like in the OG days of the app. And this guy, I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. Oh my God.
And I gotta say, for someone who is already years out of college, she sure does.
Yeah, Neon, you are in Brazil. Yeah. Guys, I'm telling you, right when you step off the plane in Brazil, you're going to be shocked and amazed because there's no biggins, right? There's no big chicks, right? All these women have long hair, you know, and they're just more feminine. They're just better.
Reminisce about it a lot, and it seems like most of her memories involve partying and other men.
So do me a favor, to all my brown girls who are starting college, you actually don't have to date the first guy that gives you attention. And when I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's like open season and like all these guys are like starting to give me attention and like everyone's being so social.
Now, where things would really explode for Neon's father, though, is when his wife opens up her mouth about her best friend / podcast host husband.
This is where things get weird. All right? This is where things get weird.
Nov. And at first I thought,
yeah, here's the thing. Adrian, she has really good facial structure, right? That's what it is. She has a symmetrical face, all right? But it's the expressions that she makes from the way she talks that's very off-putting. If you just saw her standing there and you didn't know her, but once you actually like see her interact with people, it's just ugh. She has this ugh.
She was actually talking about the pudgy rapper, but no, she is on this man's.
It's hard to say it. I was guys. She's at least a 5. Okay, guys. Once again, I'm from Seattle. She's a Seattle 7 or 8, guys. Sorry, we have nothing but uggos in Seattle. The only chicks that might be close to 9s and 10s are Asians. I'm talking Koreans, Chinese, Taiwanese, Cambodians, Viet. You know what I'm saying? Those are 9s and 10s. But the white girls, the black girls, the Indian girls in Seattle, This chick's probably like a Seattle 8, but she's like an LA 5. And if you guys have been to LA or Miami, you guys know what I'm talking about. Guys, come on. This chick, she's a 5 at best in LA, at best.
Dick like no married woman I've ever seen.
Would y'all ever have an
together with your husband. Rhea, I'm actively trying to have it.
Listen to this chick's voice. Nails on a chalkboard, bro.
Because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's
Now she's married to Akaash, guys. And she's talking about her friend's husband.
dick is like at least 10 inches.
Now, for me, all of these statements would be grounds for immediate divorce. And no, I'm not even joking. Like, never have I sat with one of my friends and said, damn, bro, your girl got a fat ass. She got some nice tits. Like, that would just be so disrespectful that I would expect any one of my boys to slap the hell out of me for that. And obviously,
hey guys, please put a 1 in the chat. If you had a girlfriend who was hot, OG, Time to Think, Matthew, Maverick, guys, let me know if maybe college, high school, after college, the military, where you scored that hot chick and you had that one rat bastard who was around you. Maybe he wasn't your friend, but he was your friend's friend that was always trying to hit on your girl. That, like, when you weren't around, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys were drinking at a party, and anytime that you went to the bathroom, that hyena, that rat bastard, he would always try and hit on your girl. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I hate those dudes. I can't stand them, dude. They remind me of Scar from friggin' The Lion King. Long live the kings. Like, bro, come on, man. Come on. You guys know what they call those types of guys now? Male feminists. Oh! These absolute just beta male, you know what I mean? You know, won't say anything to your face. They gossip, they cock block you, they try and talk to your girl. There's total and complete waste of space. These are the type of guys who the alley-oops, they would put them out on an ice floe and send them out to the ocean because they're useless. They're useless. Yes, Maverick. Yes. They love slinging backhanded compliments. Yes. Yep. Oh, well, you know, Maverick might have a new car, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't new. You know what I'm saying? He had a finance, or it's leased. He might have a Porsche, but it's leased. Yeah, Sir Gods might have this big house, but all this furniture is from IKEA. Dirty mackin' hating pieces of trash. That's all I can say. Oh, they drive me crazy. There was this one guy, Bryce, that I used to know. He used to always hit on my girl when I was in college. I didn't realize it, and it took me a while. But by the time that I realized it, her and I had broken up anyways. But it's just crazy, dude. It's like, what are you doing? Why?
Vice versa.
We're gonna have a compound.
Yes.
And me, Nav, Nahal, and Akaash are gonna be in 2 like adjoining houses so that we could always be near each other.
And we're gonna have a connecting basement where we have dinner and movie nights and
yeah. Akaash is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him. And like, Nav completely measures up to him, if not more.
But for Akaash, this ends up being the worst part, as he willingly gets cucked for their audience of less than 1,000 subscribers. And the funniest part to me is that he shows up on the couch with the other husband, Nav, and I expected him to be like this jacked, badass, historically good-looking guy. And funny enough, he's really just like Akaash 2.0. He's like his cooler older brother or some shit like that, body language and all. And at first, they just discuss their home life and the drama over their finances.
But when I tell my wife I'm tired, I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. And if I dare open my mouth to go, what the fuck did you do that makes you tired?
I went to Pilates.
It's been unspoken, but now we're just saying it now that we're both making content. If it's funny, we're good. That was clearly my wife trying to be funny, and watching everyone take it, because the idea that my wife, she's going to start making so much, you guys are going to make so much money.
No.
The idea that she would eat.
Yeah, they're gonna make money with this crappy podcast. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Even go to the bank to try to open her own account. It's like laughable.
But quickly it is quite apparent that Akaash's wife cannot handle herself around the aura that is Nav.
That I love you, but I actually love you in one of all of you.
I mean, just look at the eye contact between them and how awkward Akaash looks. I mean,
guys, can you imagine? You guys know what this face here says? Hold on.
All of you.
I mean, just look at the eye contact between them.
Guys, look at Akaash Singh's face. Look at his face right there.
And how awkward Akaash looks. I mean, she really almost slipped up and straight up said that she wanted to bang this guy.
Can I say this is the best husband I've ever seen? And I'm not even saying that hyperbolically. It's a little annoying.
And other than the blatant cuckery, she makes it apparent that she is the most ungrateful wife to this guy. And as a matter of fact, she does not even want to celebrate his own birthday with him using his own money.
May the 4th is Akaash's birthday.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something. Listen, I'm just used to being treated like a princess.
Because what would make him think that it's a good idea to put a microphone in front of this chick? Guys, it's gonna take quite the story to make him not be simp of the year. Because this was back in January, right? 5 months ago. Yeah, this is back in January. So, hold on. Sorry, guys. Gotta make sure to save this one.
So one of the hottest topics.
Yeah, but what would make him think that this is a good idea?
Around the aura that is Nav.
That I love you, but I actually
Hyperbolically, it's a little annoying.
She does not even want to celebrate his own birthday with him.
the whole day, and I have to get him something.
AJ.
I'm used to being treated like a princess all day, every.
Think about, now I want you to take a moment and think about that. To where you're giving the man that you allegedly love and has dedicated and want to build a life with, that it's such a hardship to take his money to buy him a gift and be nice for a day when you've only been together and less than what, 5 years?
Yeah.
If you feel that way now, can you only imagine 10 years from now, 15 years from now?
Yeah. And the amount of money that he has to make on a single income to support her, who's useless, obviously, right? Like, that's not going to last forever because he's not that talented in the first place. That's why the podcast thing was a good thing, because that was his only stable source of income. And he quit that. He quit that because he's an absolute dunce.
Beta!
Every day, so that one day that I don't.
Oh, what torture.
Yeah.
And so, of course, she got a lot of backlash over this. I mean, even the most staunch feminist out here was saying, like, please do not make me defend a man. Obviously, Myron was out here roasting the shit out of them collectively. And this was their airhead response to all the attention that they've been garnering.
But I will say, our haters are kind of really fucking dumb because you hating on us gained me 15,000 followers. That's organic followers.
Yeah,
so
right.
Like,
no, they're just hate watch you, and I guarantee her comments are all negative.
like, you're just giving us more relevancy. Like, we were literally a pop culture topic and like people couldn't stop talking about it.
Yes, your haters will totally make you famous. I'm sure they aren't just watching the house burn down from afar. And I feel like everyone has that dumbass friend who pauses them in the middle of a conversation to say, yo, bro, this conversation's great. We should totally have a podcast, you and me. You're right, bro. Everyone's got to hear this. And I really think that that's how this stupid-ass podcast started. Akaash, don't tell me you built that studio, my guy. I mean, straight up, they need to start giving out IQ tests before they will sell you a microphone. And I'm just saying, guys, like, being someone whose job is online in the fashion that mine is, I would never date an influencer chick. or even a girl who has any sort of aspirations of online fame. It would just be way too big of a liability for reasons like this, and I definitely would not want someone who sits at home all day spending it.
He never looks happy next to him ever. Look
But
at
she just proved a point. So how many times have we said when it comes to these chicks, they can't distinguish between
you
good
come
attention.
closer to your microphone?
Oh, how about this? Is that better?
Yeah, you actually still sound far away. Like
how about this?
It's fine.
So how many times have we said that a lot of these chicks can't distinguish between good attention and bad attention?
Yeah, they can't. You can't. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Also,
solely relying
if you treat her like a star, she's going to treat you like a fan.
Yep. Just shooting. Guys, he's the A side here. Even with no self-esteem and not a lot of talent as a comedian, he's still famous. He still makes money off of status and wit and some, because he could have a lot of chicks, especially a chick from India. He could go pluck up any Indian chick and pull her out of a third world country. What are you talking about?
On my income. But hey, I guess that's just the way I see it. You know, there has been this continued sense that, like, the Rogan sphere.
Now, guys, here we go. Now, so Jamari, hey man, fair use. So, guys, here.
So it has now been a couple of months since a comedian's wife.
Damage control, right? And he's on his friends. Okay, they go on his podcast and his friends trying to have an intervention.
So it has now been a couple of,
and he's still trying to defend this broad. And then guys will actually jump ahead to the newest part of the story. And props to Jamari for covering all of this because yeah, man, there's a lot of research he did. So, anyways, here we go.
Months since a comedian's wife altered his public image forever through her social media presence. This had to be one of the more sad but also explosive.
You see how much happier that he looks than she does? She's just dead eyes, no soul, just like just take the picture, you know?
Stories from last year, as we all sat back in awe as clip after clip after clip began to resurface from her TikTok page and then eventually her podcast. And at first, it was mainly about her obsession with wealth.
Look, that same fake smile. And guys, here's the thing. I don't know why. Okay. She's going to leave him. Because he's not rich enough for her.
Mm-hmm.
She got with him thinking that he's going to be like big, that he's going to be like Shane Gillis or one of those. But she's going to be around other chicks and other comedians who are doing better than him. You know what I mean? Like, he's probably at the peak of his earnings. You know what I mean? Like, he had a podcast that was doing well. He's doing shows. He's traveling. But unless he starts doing movies or whatever, I don't really see him going anywhere else. Especially not now.
How do you and your husband split finances?
We don't. If you want to work, all for that. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a...
Hey guys, Seagood, you see that Russell Wilson, that the Jets are so desperate that they're considering Russell Wilson?
You're
Right?
serious.
Yeah, but it's the Jets. I mean, they need a pastor, a priest, and a rabbi. You know what I'm saying? Guys, the moment that Russell Wilson stops playing football, she's gonna leave him. Cooked. The moment he's not an NFL quarterback, she's gone. Guaranteed.
red flag. His money is our money and my money is my money. That is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one.
The fact that she did not want to cook or clean or really do anything besides...
She still won't kiss him. She still won't kiss him. Look.
She did not want to cook or clean or
Dodge.
really do anything besides lay around the house.
For those of you who are new here,
AJ, this chick can teach Neo a lesson or two about dodging bullets. She is like the Matrix.
It's true. Yeah.
Consciously, I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
And of course, her consumer addiction.
And it's just like the best fucking part is like living with your best friend.
Also, it's like there's
who buys you designer shit.
But quickly, the content devolved into her straight up disrespecting her husband, Akaash, telling stories from her past and going out of her way to pretty much make him look like a simp / cuck when speaking about her friend's husband.
Would y'all ever have an together with your husband?
Priya,
She tried.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
Ooh, what's crazy is, guys, okay, here. Looking at her now, because she's built like a boy. She has that weird Indian build. She has a decent face. Now, guys, you know what? She is like a 5. Done up, she's like a 6. She's like a Seattle 7, but she's like a LA 4. I would say if you add her body and no makeup, guys, she's maybe like a 6 at best. But she's a Seattle 7 or 8, and like a Wisconsin 8 or 9. ain't no good looking chicks up there. You know what I'm saying? So
cuck when speaking about.
Yeah. Look at her build. She has that weird kind of Indian kind of linebacker shoulders and no boobs. You know?
But her friend's husband.
No ass.
Would y'all ever have an together with your husband?
Priya,
She tried.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet.
Like,
but
why would they?
Because this is women's idea of being like a shock
All
jock.
I gotta say is,
but no, I'm just saying, guys, like this whole thing. Okay, there's a shared need for women of. Okay, you guys know how women just shit on their kids. They're like, oh my god, my kids are so bad. I'm so stressed out. I'm a wine mom. Ha ha ha. Right? They like all bond over like acting like their kids are all horrible. It started with their husbands, you know? There's this like shared experience where they can all kind of like how all of us are with sports. How like, let's just say, Korg, snowboard, secret. Even if you're not into sports, we can all kind of talk about sports, you know? It's like our shared thing, or cars. Even if we're not into cars, all of us have enough of an interest as men about cars. Like what are crappy cars? Well, even if you're not a gearhead, right? The only things that women can bond over is probably shitting on their husbands, SSRIs, and talking about how hard that they have it as moms. I think that's it. Because you see all these women who are happily married, but they still have to do the whole sisterhood thing. It's to the point where there's women online who talk about if they post good things about their husband on TikTok or Instagram, right? They actually have women coming after them for it. All of a sudden it's, I'm gonna kill your bitch ass, bitch. All because they're saying, look, my husband's awesome. He's great. I pack his lunch every day. And in the moment that they hit send, right, all these chicks are after him. All of a sudden, it's, I'm gonna kill you, you fucking whore. It's crazy, and it's just, it's not that they don't know the damage it does. They just don't care. Do you guys remember there was that video that I posted? It was one of my very first videos that I ever did. And it was the chick who said that she caught her husband cheating, and then she went on this rant on TikTok about how he's a piece of trash and blah, 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 blah. But then she had to make a follow-up. It was like, please don't call my husband's work.
Yeah, I remember
we're
that.
a one-income family. Please don't call my husband. I didn't mean it. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So it's like she didn't even understand what she was doing. It's like, keep this to yourself. Keep this to yourself. No one cares. And the damage that it can do, you just never know. And men oftentimes won't be talking to our friends about, well, I mean, okay, we say the same stuff. Oh yeah, the wife's got me doing stuff this weekend, or the old battle axe, blah blah blah. We don't actually tell crazy stuff like women do. Stuff that actually makes you look really, 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 really bad, or things that people should not know. Why are you telling your neighbors about these personal things about your marriage that they shouldn't know? And that if it gets out, can actually get your spouse fired, can actually get your family ruined. Who was saying that? Something?
I didn't. It wasn't me.
Let me see. I was trying to find the video, but it was a long time ago. So, anyways, I digress.
Wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
Now, the real reason this became such an explosive controversy was because for years Akaash positioned his wife as this pure, innocent Indian woman who could do no wrong.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you. The lie detector determined.
Tab, hey, thanks for the $5, man.
They call it Gash the sand pit. Oh!
You are scaring the hoes.
Yeah, because it was all backdoor, no baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Mud pit. The oil slick.
And
you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe.
But here's the thing, guys. She's not like super hot. That's the thing. Like maybe for him. But guys, do some push-ups, get a haircut, get some therapy. You know what I'm saying? And have some self-confidence. Because he's goofy looking, but he's not like ghastly looking. He doesn't look like Gargamel. He just looks like, guys, I was saying earlier, he's an Indian guy who looks like he's from India. You know what I mean? He looks sickly. You know what I'm saying? You guys know how you could tell there's like immigrants there's like Asians and like Mexicans and Africans who were born here, and you can see that they were born here because they're well fed. And then there's the ones that are from their home countries. And you can tell that they have like a protein or a vitamin deficiency at one point. That's what he looks like. Guys, if you look like this guy, getting in shape is the best thing you can do. Bench press, squats, deadlifts, you know what I'm saying? Get in shape and then get really good at something. Yes, Matthew, she was talking about how she was banging and clanging in college.
Remember, I was just like, what?
So then when the audience was staring such a stark contrast right in their face,
I was popping my pussy in these white boy frat houses.
Yeah. As snowboards in there, you know what I'm saying? We all know what snowboard was doing. She's like, "Oh, snowboard, did you wear a condom?" He said,
Hey, you know what? I was rubbing her clit like the genie in the bottle.
He said, hold on. You better get a razor and shave off that magic carpet. Oh!
But you know something? You know something that was very telling? Something that was very telling with this chick is she's talking about, when she was talking about guys she was attracted to or guys that are on her list, they look nothing like her husband or describes nothing about him. And to me, that is very telling
Yeah,
When
everyone's these tall white boy Chads. So it's like Chad, maybe a Tyrone in there now and then, and then you get to this goofball, and it's John says that Akaash's wife is so self-absorbed that she'll poison the golden calf that pays for her lifestyle for attention. Once the money starts to drop, she's gone. Big Mike waited until Obama was president. That's true. And guys, Barack, he isn't even a defender. He doesn't even say anything. You know what I'm saying?
Because he'll get his ass whooped.
Hold on. Let's hold on. So thanks for 999.
You are scaring the hoes.
Korg, Snowboard, Secret. Guys, anyone who wants to come on up, guys, hit the StreamYard link, okay? Fresh from, remember, Akaash and Adam, whatever his name is, Angels, had Fresh and Fit on their show, and that and this Akaash, he was talking all types of mess to Fresh and Fit, like, oh, you guys don't want to talk about, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I would actually say as much dumb stuff as Fresh has done, getting hookers pregnant and tricking, Akaash Singh is a bigger simp than Fresh. That's crazy. I never thought that I would be defending Fresh over someone. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad this Akaash Singh thing is. At least Fresh is smart enough to leave with his wallet and not marry some broad and who disrespects him get in public and then defend her and then quit his podcast because of her.
You're missing one minor detail. I guarantee you she's still getting pumped on the side.
Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Definitely, yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guys, she told...
They call her the oil pump. Oh!
She said
she's a part of OPEC. Oh!
And she said that her husband's balls smell like a homeless guy. She said this.
Oh.
Dude, she's a demon. But you know, guys, it's his fault. It's his fault. She doesn't even work. He pays all of her bills, and she's super disrespectful. Because this is one of the things that Kevin Samuels had said. There are men out there who bust their butts and they're titans of industry. CEOs, COOs, CFOs, running a multi-million-dollar plumbing business, surgeons, doctors, partners at law firms, and their wives treat them like they're on fries at McDonald's. They're living in this big house, and she's just, you're a big baby. You're not. He runs a company and employs hundreds of thousands of people. And guys put up with this, and that was one of the things when Kevin Samuels, he was a life coach and an image consultant. He would have his sessions with men and be like, "You're serious? Your wife says what to you?" Yeah, she. And he goes, and he had to actually spell it out. I'm like, bro, you're the A side here. You don't need her. Because guys, look at all these powerful men that have got divorced and got cooked and managed to come back. Tiger Woods gave his wife almost $250 million, and now he's a billionaire. She's not. Michael Jordan gave his wife $175 million. Now he's a billionaire. There's a bunch of guys that have done this. Guys, it is not cheaper to keep her. It's not, guys. Let her take her half and blow it, and in 10 years you will be worth 10 times more, and she'll be claiming bankruptcy. Guys, my best friend John, he's a multi-millionaire, no college degree, right? He and his ex-wife got divorced. They sold the house, split the proceeds. He invested his, millionaire. She's bankrupt. Trying to ask him for money, blah, 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 blah. What a joke. No. So.
And I felt like it was like the big conversation on the internet for around a month. So this all resulted in this endless commentary online. Is she dodging his kisses? Why was this proposal so awkward? People pretty much felt like this woman, Jasleen, had no respect for her husband. Well, I really just questioned, like, how could Akaash just sit back and let his wife try and be a public figure in this way? And not at least tell her, like, yo, you better cool your jets.
When I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's like open season. And like all these guys are like starting to give me attention and like everyone's being so social.
Either way, Akaash's wife would actually join them on the Flagrant
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
podcast. And that is where things got somehow even more embarrassing.
What is loud? What was that?
His dick smells.
No, but for real, you got a stink dick husband sleeping on the floor. like what's
Now, guys, look now look at how dejected Akaash looks. Now, guys, the update on this, and we'll go to the update here. Guys, they built this podcast up from scratch. It was Adam Schultz and Akaash. Guys, he quit his podcast. He quit the podcast. Now, guys, you know comedians, that's gig work unless you get a TV show or a podcast as a regular check. You know what I'm saying? This is his regular income, and he quit it. And they say that it's because his wife...
He's being embarrassed?
It's because his wife was like, oh, his podcast fans and his comedy fans are two different fans. And his podcast fans are toxic, so he needs to quit his podcast because it's just too much. Guys, he is a beta, the likes of which the world has never seen. And what I don't get is, he's Indian. Guys, all the Indian dudes that I know, they don't play games. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They're old school. They don't take any lip from the woman. You know?
wrong with you, man?
Like even just on that show, based on his appearance, you could tell that Akaash himself had been going through absolute hell getting slandered online like this. Like when Adam22 is the only one backing someone up in a situation like he did Jasleen, you know something is deeply wrong.
The reason they're saying that is based off of her words.
Yeah, but I think when you hear her words, what you have to understand is that she's exaggerating everything so much because she has so little life experience.
And since this all went down,
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Akaash has really not been featured on the Flagrant
when you
podcast.
Have a cuckold, when you have a cuckold defending you that's rock bottom right there. When you have a
we had established earlier, he's not even a human being. This guy, guys, he's not. Adam22 is not a simp. He's not, because you have to be human to be a simp. I'm serious, guys. A simp is a person that at least means well, that might be naive, that might be brainwashed, but there's some spark of like humanity in them. Adam22 is a degenerate. Okay? Like I said this earlier, he's not even the same species as us three and everyone in this chat. You know what I'm saying? And it would be a disservice to mention any one of my subscribers' names and Adam22's names in the same sentence. He is everything wrong with Western society, all crammed into one degenerate, goofball, dunderheaded, crack-riddled package. You know what I'm saying? He's disgusting.
Wait, AJ, are you trying to say that it's not normal letting your wife get creamed by BBC? That's not normal.
hey! Ask Jeremy from the quartering, right? Oops.
Yep. We call his wife the court.
Oh! Wait, you cut out, Snowboard. Your microphone cut off.
Oh, what about now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. I said we call his wife the quarter pounder.
We call her the hoardering. Oh!
But as for his wife, she has still been posting nonstop onto TikTok and has essentially doubled down on everything that she was being criticized for, whether it be the shopping addiction, trying to act like she is totally unfazed about everything going on online, and in general, it's pretty apparent that the entire situation taught her pretty much nothing. You know, it's kind of like watching a child plug their ears when someone's talking to them and say, no, 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 you guys are lying meanies. And as for her podcast, it has completely come to a stop. This is something that Andrew Schultz himself said he was going to personally make happen a couple of months ago.
Delete it. Delete the podcast.
Delete ours?
No more influencing. No, I'm talking about her.
Oh, we're working on it.
No influencing. I don't want no. You don't let your wife.
It's crazy that when you have a guy who has talent, and his whore wife has no talent, so her go-to is trashing the person in the marriage who has talent. Jada Pinkett, Big Mike, who else? This chick. You know what I mean? Absolutely insane. Why?
The influencers don't let your wife be podcasters, man.
And he and Charlemagne also made several other thinking out loud comments about Akaash here as well.
What happened, man?
Wait, are you saying that we don't have your girl's podcast to look forward to? Her stream, we don't have that to look forward to?
Over my dead body. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. No way. No way. Guys, this is why you get a chick who's fine with being your vice president. So for instance, look at Snowboard, right? Snowboard's ideal chick would be the type of chick who can help him run his business, right? Who can help him do his books for his business, handle his customer service. So all he has to do is cut trees, and then all Snowboard would have to do is film stuff for his channel, and then host lives, cut trees, and she would edit, do the thumbnails, post, and then do his books and his customer service. Snowboard, how much easier would
clean too would be like?
Well, obviously that's a given, right? But how much easier would that make your life?
A lot. It would be like
as far as making
easier.
money.
Yeah.
You know,
especially if she would go to like collect the money too, and stuff, like maybe even like try to ask for a bit more. Sometimes women can actually get more money than men when they go to ask for it. Because they'll just say like, oh, well, you know, my husband sets the price and this is what it was, even though it's like she could add it in more or something like that. But that would help for like media and stuff. Even just having someone film like at him on a job site or something.
The spouse would be really is always that kind of good cop, bad cop.
Exactly.
Because Stipe Miocic, he was the former UFC heavyweight champ, and they're like, how do you? Is it hard when your family or your friends ask you for money? He goes, no. It's like, why is that? It's like, because I just tell them, ask my wife, and she just says no to everything. And when they come back to her, I go, oh, what can you do? His wife doesn't mind being the bad guy. You know, it's like, no, we're not going to give you that. He's like, well, you know, she's the wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Akaash wife made you want to not be married. What happened?
I'm never gonna tell the world. I ain't going through that shit. That shit is crazy.
What happened?
I didn't realize we had Akaash's picture.
Can I say what I want to say?
Yeah, of course. This is what Brilliant Idiots is about.
All I want to say is simply this.
Simply is right.
Oh man.
I gotta say, dude, Dana White, he was on the Breakfast Club, and this absolute goof was going in on Dana White about Orange Man. And Dana White's like, Orange Man and I have been friends for over 20 years. Yeah, but you know, the president is a who raised down, he has that has nothing to do with our friendship. He goes, and he goes, even if I did tell him, hey, I don't think you're doing a good job, which I don't think he's doing a bad job. But it's like, but even he goes, how is that? What's that gonna do? It's like, let's just say Snowboard, he was doing a bad job cutting down trees. I go, Snowboard, hey man, you're doing a bad job cutting down. What's that gonna do? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what's that gonna do? You know? So, he's just gonna heed your words, please.
Keep your wife off the
motherfucking internet. Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro.
Yes.
Okay, there can be one entertainer in this family, and it shall be me. I'm the comedian. I'm out here on this road, and I'm out here getting the money. Let me use some of this money to help you do some
It's
other
sad
AJ,
when
we
I
should see
agree
you
with
try-
Charlemagne. No, really, guys, really. I hate this guy. Hate's a very strong word, but I can't stand him. And it's sad when I agree with this guy. Okay, that's how bad, guys. Akaash has had me like agree with Fresh and Charlemagne. Now that's pretty sad. Two of the people that I despise the most. Snowboard, you were saying?
We should have her try her hand at stand up. See how good she's going to be cooked. Well, that's what I'm saying. She's trying to get off the fame of or his credibility as a stand up and pretend like she's like one of the comics now just hanging out because she's like that's where her whole like quote credibility or grift came from, in my opinion. Yeah. Why don't she, if she's so funny and cool and everything, go do some stand up. Let's see you get cooked at. She'll be completely cooked. She'll have all her friends there and she still won't make them laugh. She'll be cooked.
Yep.
Things, yo, because you don't need.
The only big and black thing that should be in front of her mouth is this D. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Is that why they keep telling her to eat the mic? Oh,
Put a microphone in your face because you're going to fuck around and ruin us. All right. Not just you.
So yes, clearly here Andrew was kind of letting his true feelings be known. He wasn't coddling him like he was on the couch of that episode. You know, it's almost like when you have a friend and you know he's fucking up, but you want to be like kind of polite to his face.
No.
And then you see
guys, that's not a friend. A friend who's trying to be polite to your face and not tell you what you need to hear is not a friend. I put a 1 if you guys agree.
Brother mutual friend, and you're like, yo, what's going on with George? What the
Cord, you're the old curmudgeon here, all right? Give us your opinion on this whole thing. Like what?
So like I said earlier, she's still getting some on the side and she's going to clean him out and it's going to destroy him.
Yeah. Yep. And I'll have no one to blame but himself.
Yeah. And she's going to monkey branch over to somebody else and she's going to paint him up to be the bad guy.
Yep. That's true. Yeah. And then the abuse allegations are going to come out and all this.
Yeah.
Or she'll probably write a book. Or whatever, I don't know.
She'll be on a lot of those women podcasts, the Harpies, talking smack about him, and if he's got who was what's that girl's name? The sister chick.
Tia Mowry. Yeah.
She's gonna pull a Tia Mowry, and if he's got a half a brain in his head, he's gonna lie low like Tia's ex did.
Guys. Tia Mowry is so bad, even the women aren't caping for her anymore, right? And guys, her ex-husband, he got that multi-million-dollar Tyler Perry deal. He's worth like $70 million now or something. It's
right,
and so she's gonna be in like 8 or 9 movies. Yeah, and she's like, I can't believe that I'm a single mom. You left your husband, you dunce.
Okay, and that's the problem I have. She's not a single mom. She's divorced.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, how it
the fuck is he doing? And like I said, she had not done her podcast since the controversy kind of unfolded and they made that public appearance. But now she is actually back on this other guy's show. And when I tell you guys that this confirms that she learned absolutely nothing and is
I didn't see this, guys.
Incapable of hearing any sort of constructive criticism, that might be a serious understatement.
I just feel like when I first got into this, I was like, I just want to be myself 110%. And the audience isn't stupid. And my friend told me this. She said, you can feel someone's energy through their content, if they're genuine or not. So I just always, first and foremost, was like, I just want to be genuinely myself. It just felt most authentic to who I was. I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. Oh my God. Like in hindsight, I also feel like sometimes if people want to take you in a negative way, like they will, you know?
I absolutely agree because I think like that is like one of the reasons that I was like, oh, like we'll get along, right? Because
this guy takes it in the pooper, dude. Yeah. Look at this guy right here. You serious?
Now, the host of this podcast is virtually useless. He is essentially just there to say, yeah, girl, you were totally right. Anyone with anything negative to say is just a jealous hater of the lifestyle you get to live thanks to Akaash's money.
When I see like influencers or creators, the reason that I don't fit into the space, and I'm sure you also feel that way, is because I do feel like it's like overly curated, right? I see most people and I'm like, I've been around these people long enough to now understand like, yo, out of all the ways that you present yourself on the internet, you are not that.
Right.
Beta male. And the reason they do not fit in on the internet is because neither of them have like a real presence in the space. In fact, I'm convinced that the only reason she gave this dude an interview in the first place
He was the only
is
one asking.
because back a couple of months ago, when the whole thing was unraveling, he was just about the only man defending her in that situation.
I've heard people say much worse things about Jasleen on the internet than what she said about this other creator. Y'all would rather people just appear to be good than people actually be honest and
real, authentic
about their feelings, right? Because for everybody.
Okay, I don't mean to sound bad, but guys, I wish Colin was here. But guys, this is why a lot of Asian chicks won't date Asian men. Sorry, I'm sorry to say. If you poll a lot of Asian chicks, a lot of them will date within their culture because their families force them to. But like my girl and all of her friends, they were like Asian dudes. And a lot of the Asian girls I grew up with, once they're born here, guys, they're just not. They don't. Asian dudes are not the most masculine men that there are. Right, oftentimes they have beta takes on things, you know, when it comes to this type of stuff, or at least the Americanized ones. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, look at the soy these two have. You know, like, what are you talking? You cannot tell me that if there is, 100 Asian chicks and they see snowboard, just done chopping down a tree with a freaking axe, that they'd rather go after him than these two. Well, I can't say that because it's YouTube, but you know what I mean.
He was like, oh, she's a mean girl and she's saying mean things about other creators. In your response to her, you guys are being the exact same thing that you're accusing her of doing. I actually love her response to this podcast. Honestly, Jasleen, if y'all listening, keep that shit up. Be more honest.
And not only that, but he directly defended.
The broccoli head
her against Myron.
That went out in the late 90s.
Bit podcast as well.
I can tell you that was great when Myron was going in on Akaash. Oh, that was great.
Myron from Fresh and Fit is beefing with Akaash Singh and Jasleen.
No. There's no beef anymore. No. To say that there's a beef, no, because his whore wife proved everything Myron said correct, and all men are united, and it's so sad because we just it's pity. You understand? More than anything else, we pity this guy, and Myron's over there.
Flawless victory, excellent.
I guess their beef stemmed from when Myron did flagrant. So Myron just kind of says like, "Yo, your wife a hoe." I guess he felt a way that when I went up on your platform, you guys had this energy for me, and now I got something that I could pull on you. And that to me was like the first bit of like, this was kind of corny. You didn't have that energy towards Akaash when you were on their platform. Like, you kind of just sat there and took it. When you saw an opportunity through the man's wife, that's when you decided, yo, this is when I'm gonna hit him over the head with this. Akaash and Jasleen are gonna profit from this, by the way. Like, y'all.
Okay, this didn't age well.
You've been had. Nope. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Led astray, run amok.
That like Akaash really mad, right? Like that's his wife. You think that there's anything in the world that y'all know about his wife that he don't know about his wife?
Someone says
obviously
with a wife like this, who needs bots and haters?
Don't change y'all life. Y'all still living in your mom's bedroom, talking about his life over. Meanwhile, him and Jasleen sitting around grabbing a check, opening up her like 5th Birkin.
God damn, brother, come up for air sometime. Like, give Jasleen some room on that dick, my guy. I mean,
this is dude. Jamari's goated, dude. This guy's hilarious, right?
City boy. A level of glazing that I do not think I've witnessed for quite some time. And honestly, the guy keeps talking as if he has too much damn saliva in his mouth. But hey, I guess that's the side effect from sucking someone this hard.
I guess now let's get into rubbing people the wrong way.
Yeah.
Here in the podcast, he actually asks her about her feelings about Myron.
Obviously, Myron does what he does, and then the incels do what they do.
And Myron's bigger than than anyone, this idiot, this chick, or that Akaash Singh's ever going to be. Sorry, guys. Dude, when Kamala Harris said that Myron is one of the people that made her lose the election, guys, she wrote that in her book. She literally said that Myron Gaines, she named him specifically, is one of the reasons why she lost, guys.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
You know what I mean?
How did you feel? Like,
I remember because you asked me this question, like, what is it like to look at like think pieces and people analyzing your marriage and your personality? It feels weird and it feels surreal because you're like, but you don't know me. You don't know anything about me. You've never.
It doesn't matter because you put your business out there. It doesn't matter. Guys, you are responsible for all right. You put stuff out there and people are going to take it how they take it. That's just how it works.
Never talk to me. Like, you're taking the intention of this video in the complete wrong way.
I was popping my pussy.
The misogyny was like really crazy. It was bizarre to me because I'm like, my husband can go on stage and literally has a joke in his special about like getting a hooker isn't like cheating, it's just outsourcing, which I really don't care. Like, I think it's a funny joke, but it's like, if I say something that's equally, you know, raunchy, like,
then you're not a comedian. But you're no, guys. It's because she's saying it about her husband, and she's saying things that are disrespectful to her husband, and she's not saying it in an act or a jet. Like, if a comedian's on stage, they're themselves, but they're in character. It's part of a bit. If I'm on social media and I'm using my government name and saying, "Hey guys, da 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 da," like if I say in a joke, "Hey, you know, my mom's whatever," and I disparage my mom, but as a joke. But if I come on and I show you guys my face and I go, "My name is government name. My mother is a blank," I can see how my mother would feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? That's two different contexts. You know what I'm saying? And this idiot doesn't understand. It's an absolute dunce.
Or all these things. I don't give a fuck if I was a virgin or I wasn't, or if my body count was 100. I don't even want to say his fucking name, but this fucking loser whose name you said, like, he was on the Flagrant podcast like 5 fucking years ago. And my husband just humbled the shit out of him and basically embarrassed him because he was like, "I think what you do is corny."
So yeah, she blames the entire thing on misogyny, which I personally found hilarious. Like, on my channel, I have historically spoken out about the red pill community and a lot of their ideology. And y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of Myron, like, full stop. But damn it, he was not wrong in his dissection of this entire situation. I mean, honestly, this whole thing got me feeling like when Spider-Man had to break out the black suit, got me acting out of character. Because people of all genders, races, ages, whatever different demographic you can think, could see that she was being disrespectful of Akaash.
Thank you. That's the one thing that united the internet for like a month. Guys, there was feminists and modern women actually dunking on this chick and saying, "This poor guy, he does everything for you." You know what I'm saying? Elbar says, "Legend has it that she still hasn't kissed him."
Damaging his public reputation like it wasn't rocket science. But instead, she is so in denial that she actually blames this entire phenomena on bots.
So when all of this first started, it was like very clear to see that there was like a lot of bot farming as well.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Guys, you got to think about the hubris. I'm so important that I have to have bots. Please.
And I could tell there were bots because like the 1,500 followers I gained on Instagram, I immediately lost like within the span of 2 months. So it was like up and then down.
Because the drama stopped. And they know who you are now. Yeah. Well, no, they had subscribed to see more drama. And then as it stopped, they just unsubscribed. Yeah. And think about, guys, how off-putting you have to be to actually have people unsubscribe from your channel. Guys, I can barely think of anything that I've really unsubscribed to on YouTube or on Instagram. Honestly, you know. So
Sounds like
which is
she
funny
got
because
sandbagged.
Oh,
throwing stones from a glass house. And the thing is, it's not like Myron was just out of nowhere with all of this. Like, the two sides antagonized each other publicly back and forth for years. And when it turned out that Akaash was throwing stones from a glass house, well, Myron took advantage of it and shot at his character through something very personal to him that had now become very public for really no reason. Now, as for the host over here, this is when his glaze level really hits like an all-time high. Like, I'm talking about this dude is choking on it so hard that I do not know how he is not suffocated.
Why do you think that they don't like you? Like, all the brown girls, I have a theory, right? But
what's your theory?
I think a lot of it steeps in jealousy. I think, listen, it's not a secret. You on TikTok popping bags. You're married to Akaash, right? Like, I think a lot of them.
Oh yeah, they're jealous that she's married to that soy boy, that 104 pounds of soy boy. Yeah, they're jealous. Get the fuck.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
You see the way she's looking at him?
Cord, question for you.
Yeah.
Can you explain, Cord, you were military too, right?
Yeah.
Both you guys were. Okay, secret, Cord, cook with me here. What did the officers' wives look like and how did they act? The officers' wives. But in general, though, come on, man.
In general, they were classy. They were very subtly seen, and when they were seen, it was always like if it was a big event or something along the lines, and they were dressed appropriately, act appropriately. They were seen and not heard.
But here's the thing: if guys hit the like button, please. If you were the one who had that whore wife that was causing problems, what would that do as an officer to your reputation?
Oh, you'd get a strong talking to from the command.
Explain why.
Because it makes the command look bad and it makes the officer corps look bad because the officers have to set a standard higher than everybody else.
Yep.
Oh,
Other men cannot respect you if you can't keep your fling on a string. It shows that you can't have discipline and structure your household. So how are you going to have discipline and structure in the rest of your life?
Yep.
How? And guys, this Akaash guy, he's a comedian. They sit around and like do roasts. Guys, comedians have ammo forever with this guy. Yeah. Forever. Can you imagine him in a room with like old school comedians like who is that one guy?
Oh God, George Carlin. Bruce.
What's his name? They used to sit around and roast each other in the 90s. In the 90s.
Eddie Murphy.
No.
If I saw his face, I'd know him. But like
white or black?
He's a white guy. And they would sit on couches and just like roast each other. Damn, what's this guy's name? If anyone knows what I'm talking about, anyways, but yeah.
Not Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross is the roast king though, but it was a show. It was a comedy show, and they would all
Don Rickles
on a show, and they would roast each other.
No, Don Rickles wasn't a roaster. He would just insult everybody.
He's the host. This is back in the 80s, so never mind.
But it was in the 90s. It was on cable. It's one of the very first like kind of edgy shows. Sorry guys, this is just gonna throw me off the whole time. I had to get his name. Anyways, no.
Okay. Want to be in your spot. I think most hate stems from jealousy. Most people's hate has nothing to do with the person.
Mm-hmm.
It really.
Colin Quinn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. That would have been killing me all night long. Yeah, Colin Quinn. He didn't play games, dude. Huh?
Who was it?
Colin Quinn.
Oh, Colin Quinn. Okay.
Here, this is him.
Yeah, he was on MTV.
Yeah, Colin Quinn. Yeah, he was funny when doing that whole roast thing, the tough crowd. Yeah, that was funny. So I haven't watched his actual stand-up, but I just remember him being funny on this. So, but yeah, thanks, man. Oh man, that would have been a total like brain worm for a while.
So
can't get what you want.
Okay, so let's do is gargling on schlong, right? Now, guys,
I see it for you. I really think that you had to go through all of this to graduate from that, right?
Yeah.
God, that was an hour of my life that likely
now hold up.
You all.
If you look at her in that interview, the way she's interacting with that guy, you know she's wanting him to take her to Pound Town.
Yeah, she treats this guy better than her own husband.
Well, that was an hour of my life that likely shrunk my brain. You all are welcome that I endured that for your sake. And if you were wondering about Akaash, the guy will never learn his lesson either.
Well. So to all the people that didn't believe in me and didn't think I could provide anything, I just had my third call with an agency today. They were so excited. I think it's safe to say your girl is going to start making money soon.
Rich.
The tables have turned. So what are you going to do for me now that I'm making money?
I don't cook. I don't clean.
I feel like the dynamics need to change now.
I'm the princess now. Well, and men wear purses. So.
I'm sure he is the princess. That's the first.
Gay.
That's the first true thing he said this whole time.
You know what would
he's gonna be in these frat houses popping his boosie.
You know what would decimate her? Tell her she's got some nice Bugs Bunny front teeth.
Yeah,
that would knock her down a peg or two. Because that's the first thing I noticed on her is she's got those big buck teeth.
Yeah, I think she's hot, guys. No. She's like an LA 5. She's like a Brazil 4. Guys, she would last a day in Colombia, Thailand, Brazil, the DR, Poland. No way.
At the end of the day, she's not a bad-looking chick. She just has a very ugly personality.
Yeah.
She's just very.
And do you think that the flagrant comment section will ever let their?
All right, guys. Here now, let's go to the latest here.
So one of the hottest topics online recently,
right there.
So it has now been.
Yes, in Jamari.
So it has been over a month since Akaash Singh's wife Jasleen went on to this man's podcast and once again embarrassed herself.
The misogyny was like really crazy. I don't give a if I was a virgin or I wasn't, or if my body count was 100.
Now, I mean, she wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
On that show, the host somehow managed to be the most unlikable person in the room, as he glazed these two harder than some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah, it's not a secret. You on TikTok popping bags? You're married to Akaash, right? Like, I think a lot of them want to be in your spot. I think most hate stems from jealousy. I would go on TikTok every day, just grab a rack and just count it in front of me like, oh, y'all mad? Y'all mad, yo?
Overall, it was an absolutely unbearable watch. And now recently, Akaash has come forward to give his side of the story and expose his true feelings about becoming the punching bag of the internet due to his wife's choices. As he would go on to the Hot 97 radio station of all places to vent his frustrations and throw a couple of shots at his so-called friends, while also getting gaslit into the shadow realm.
This duel's now a shadow game.
Because if his wife did not blow enough smoke up his gutter, the host of this show sure does. And it happens from the very start of the interview, as she not only expresses love for his wife, but encourages her platforming and the absurd behavior that came with that.
You know, it's crazy. My wife, when I was going broke, she was making a vision board, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I don't know why. I thought it was too good to do that. Like,
no, were you guys married at this time? Or
No,
just
we're dating.
Okay, this is dating. You broke on her couch, living off of her.
For a little while. At this point, we're in a shared one bedroom. She and I have the living room. We put up a wall. And then there's a guy who has the bedroom. Shouts to my old roommate, Case. He's the best.
So great.
But it's just me and her and our puppy in the living room with the French doors. So that's our bedroom. And I couldn't even afford that. So
she's looking out for you.
She's
believing in you and your dreams.
Yeah, I mean, she's stressed, but like, she's like, I'm not leaving. Basically, she's like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I want to be with you. I want to marry you.
Yeah,
You're my guy. You're my man.
So right off the bat, it was abundantly clear to me that her whole angle was going to be to make his wife look as good as possible, while also reinforcing this idea that he would be nothing without her.
But then I remember she made a vision board for me, and she put Joe Rogan on there. She put Radio City on there. She put one other thing that didn't happen, but I don't care. I think it was the Comedy Cellar.
Wait, are you supposed to make a vision board for someone else? That's not how that works. That's kind of controlling. Like, here's your vision that I have for you. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I was like, well, who cares?
You know, you need to thank her, right?
All the time. I buy her nonstop things.
I know. I see her. I love her, by the way. She
loves you.
I love her. I think she is so kind and genuine. And I love that she talks whatever she wants to talk about. She pops that at whoever.
Yeah.
I was popping my pussy in these white boy frat houses.
But there's something special about that. And you're really lucky.
I agree.
You're really lucky.
No, it got me some hot water, but I don't. It's fine. Like, it was good for me to go through that and be like, oh, that's all noise.
It's funny how the first thing on Akaash's mind as it pertains to Jasleen was obviously this elephant in the room that she stressed him the fuck out. Like, you can see it all over the guy's face that the last 5 months have been kicking his ass. And on some level, I do feel bad for Neon's father, because not only does he have his friends laughing in his face and behind his back at this point.
What happened, man? Akaash's wife made you want to not be married? What happened?
I'm never gonna tell the world. I ain't going through that shit. That shit is crazy.
What happened?
I didn't realize we had Akaash's picture.
But his girl seemingly still posts whatever she wants. Like, if anything, she has doubled down on any criticism she has received about the shopping sprees, and obviously being boastful about her very selfish, narcissistic behavior.
Akaash just said that he knows what my name means because he asked Claude and it says it means focused on singing God's praises. It doesn't. My mom told me it means focuses on fame, and it's true.
And now, even in the midst of one of the biggest moments in his career, where Akaash has been selling out comedy shows, including his dream of Radio City Music Hall.
We still sold this motherfucker out.
This interview is still about her.
I didn't realize like people were giving your wife a hard time for standing up for you or having an opinion.
No, she said shit that if I said it, everybody would say it was a joke. And she and I have because we've only had sex with each other, she and I have a relationship where it's like, I don't give a
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
What you say, she what I say. I have her location. She has my location. Every time if you look at 90% of her TikToks, they're on her couch. Like, she don't go nowhere without me. So I'm like, whatever.
Look at how defeated he looks. Like,
oh yeah,
he's telling like he's trying to convince himself as well as this host.
You say, I don't care. I know you. But the internet just ran with it and made it a thing. And at first, it really like to me up.
The success that you have had, I don't know. I don't feel like things really phase you like that. So I couldn't gauge if it really hurt.
I was deeply phased.
But what hurt you about?
It's just they're saying it about your wife. And I think the stuff they say about me will make me insecure. But when you're saying this about my wife and you're calling her all this vile stuff, people were messaging my mom and her mom saying she's a whore, she's this, she's that. It was like, yo, this is crazy how far this has gone.
Now, to be blunt about it, anyone who finds and contacts someone's family over some drama going on online is an absolute degenerate loser. But after all, this is the internet, and there's always going to be people who take these situations and hyperbolize them to no end. And I do think at the same time that many people were just calling out the sheer irony of the entire situation. Because Akaash had always painted this picture-perfect image of his life and girl, and when the curtain finally got pulled back, it was quite apparent that his wife was not this person he presented her to be.
The best fucking part is like living with your best friend.
Also, it's like there's
who buys you designer shit. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
Like, she is almost the perfect case study into how social media can become someone's entire personality. And to me, anyone who is obsessed with material possessions the way she is will never truly be happy in life because simplicity is not enough for them.
and everything she gets said, y'all are chopping up. And I've
Oh
probably
yeah,
done this with
yeah.
1,000
Oh
famous
yeah,
people,
we're
so I
just
don't know.
editing it wrong. We're just editing it wrong. Oh please.
Fuck the people who did it.
Sure.
Because this is how I found out I had some level of fame. And now it's like, well, when the whole world called my wife a whore, I realized I'm doing okay.
That you made it.
Yeah, they're not all
Just laugh through the pain, my Indian friend. I mean, at this point, where can he even go with this? Like, on one hand, he can continue to be in this gaslit position for the rest of his life, spending countless money on Birkin bags and other nonsense. And on the other hand, he would have to actually admit that maybe everyone was actually onto something.
Right.
I'm not that big of a moron that a girl would lie to me for 14 years or whatever,
Right.
10 years.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
About being a virgin, and I would not even bother watching her TikToks to find out she talks about getting, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
none of this, how are we believing this? I couldn't understand it. But I think it was God's way of telling me, you always say you want like a happy, healthy family. You need to know what comes with this fame thing and decide if you really want it. And I realized I don't really want that. I want to be the best stand-up comedian I can be. And you know what? You actually probably have dealt with more than I have. And maybe even more than what she has, because they've been going at y'all for years.
A gazillion years at this point. That's why I think I'm so surprised, because you have always been so nurturing to Colin and I. Every time that we have seen you, you have done nothing but show us support. So it's always conflicting for me when I see your name in the news or something. I'm like, Akaash is a nice guy.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Now, here's where the gaslighting...
That's why people felt bad for him. It was pity. It was
Yeah.
pity. And there's nothing worse that to get from men than pity. Guys, can you think of anything worse? I'd rather have men hate me than pity me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty
You know what I mean?
emasculating.
Yeah.
And this guy is just flogging himself for no freaking reason.
Yeah.
That's what's driving me. That's what this whole thing with this guy. That's what's driving me crazy. It's like, dude, your wife hates you. She straight up hates you. You need like some, you need some freaking dignity and some self-respect. And, you know, she is not worth this amount of public humiliation that you're bringing on yourself. But you can't, you can't fix stupid, especially when stupid doesn't want to be fixed.
Not at all, man.
Not. It's like, and if he's not willing to do it, then we're, the pity is being switched to mockery, and he's bringing it on himself.
Yep. And there's nothing you can do to fix someone who simps this hard, guys. Nothing you can do.
Well,
There's
there is
no
one thing.
way to fix
Go ahead.
I keep going.
No, there is one thing you can do. You can just mock the living HE double hockey sticks out of him, because that's what he deserves. At that point, all you can do is mock him.
It's true. Yep. Let's go.
From this host actually starts to make more sense. Her name is Nessa, and she is married to former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick. And she's much like Jasmine,
So there's a lot of good decision making in her marriage.
Oh, yeah.
What a joke.
Oh my God, what a freaking loser.
What a joke, man.
God.
Come on.
her husband's career multiple times, damaging his brand and likeness during a pivotal moment. Of course, we all know the story of Kaepernick kneeling on the sideline and his overall protest and feelings towards the NFL and racial injustice. Some people claim he got blackballed, others say he was just really not balling like that anymore and was becoming too much of a distraction to be a backup or lead a mediocre team. Regardless of your opinion, back in 2017, he had a chance to sign with the Ravens, and the deal allegedly fell through at the finish line because Nessa tweeted out an image of Ray Lewis hugging the owner of the Ravens,
What?
Steve Biscotti, comparing them to the infamous scene in Django Unchained where a slave is hugging their master. And according to Ray Lewis, this was
I didn't know that. Did you guys know that?
I feel like I need to wash my eyes after seeing that.
Guys, your biggest op is your wife, dude. That sucks. Look at that, guys. Wow.
sole reason that the Ravens did not sign Colin that offseason.
I have been fighting for this kid behind the table like nobody has. Nobody had this kid a job in the National Football League. I can raise my hand and say I did. Then his girl goes out and puts out this racist gesture and doesn't know.
To be clear, whose girl? Whose lady?
Colin Kaepernick. That she doesn't know. We're in the back office about to try to get this guy to sign. Steve Bisciotti said himself, how can you crucify Ray Lewis when Ray Lewis is the one calling for Colin Kaepernick? The only thing that went bad was that image where she tried to make us a racist in individuals. And
if not for that post, the tweet, you think he would be in Baltimore?
Then he's flying him to Baltimore.
Now, the reason she tweeted that out is mainly because at that time, Ray had made some comments that were not in favor of the kneeling, mainly taking issue with what he saw was disrespect for the American flag and the fraternity the NFL players become a part of when they join the league. Now, ironically, her running her mouth online like this actually made her husband's platform, relevance, and career much shorter, which in turn actually lessened the impact of the message he was trying to send out. So now knowing all of that, it is very easy to see why she would be so on his wife's side, because she herself is guilty of a very similar publicly destructive behavior.
Yeah. But do you feel like
there was no need for it either?
How do I say this? I don't want to say it's like, is it on site or are you evolved at this point?
Maybe it's a short guy thing, but I really identify with like Kendrick Lamar, where it's like, if we want beef, I'll destroy everything. I'll burn everything down. There's a little part of me.
We don't want that.
Ooh, I'm sure people are shaking in their boots. Now, this was what, 2 weeks ago? So this is not the latest one. We have one more to go, guys.
That's like, I don't care about the money. I don't care about whatever. You came at my wife. Let's just burn it all down.
Let me find out that Akaash is standing in the mirror talking about, yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. Like, brother, your girl is the one vandalizing that shit. Throwing poop on that thing.
I get it. How did she feel about everything?
She was, I mean, look, it affected her for sure, but she said, first week this was happening, she goes, you know what, baby? God knows what's true. We know what's true.
That's right.
What else matters? Who cares that anybody thinks? And I was like, I care. What are you talking about? Are you crazy? But
guys, here's where
she
it
was
gets
like,
nuts.
whatever y'all think about me is whatever y'all think about me. I know who I am. God knows who I am. That's it.
So obviously the gaslighting of
That
Gandhi's
still
grandson
won't kiss him.
continues.
Yeah.
From Jasline's
Exactly.
mouth, he somehow still believes. And it's all the type of language that completely absolves her of any accountability. It's like in his mind, she has an infinite get-out-of-jail-free card. In fact, I'm sure she convinced him that she had to do a couple of shopping sprees after she was so traumatized by her own decisions. Either way, this is where things get really interesting, because Akaash speaks on the fake friends in the industry who threw him under the bus and kicked him while he was down. And I have a feeling I know exactly who he is talking about here, as it is no secret that he has been completely absent from the Flagrant podcast ever since this whole thing unraveled.
I had to realize there's a lot of people's voices in your ear, like it talking in your ear, like she needs to do this, she needs to do that.
Keep your wife off the internet.
motherfucking internet. Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro.
Yes.
And then I had to realize, like, she's the one that's actually strong and courageous, and the rest of us.
Oh, please.
The lie detector determined that
Oh
was
my
a lie.
God.
God, the simpery, guys. It's
There is no
Like
hope for
running
this
and
guy. None.
Fighting and going dark
None.
He's cooked.
None.
and blah blah
He
blah.
is
She's
freaking
like,
cooked.
no, I know who I am. Go f yourselves. Yeah. So
But she's not losing anything. She hasn't spent years trying to build a comedy career. She hasn't spent years trying to build a podcast. Guys, hit the like button, please. This is sad, man. It really, really is. You know what I mean? What a joke.
Are you surprised that some people were telling you that she shouldn't be on social media?
The thing that surprised me is so many people ran and made videos when they have my number or they have we've messaged each other on Instagram, and it's like, yo, you could have just asked me what really is happening. And then I realized this fame thing is a monster, man.
That's right.
And people want that badly.
That's
and they'll
right.
run and talk about you for views, even
That's
if you're
right.
friends. And that's where I'm like, man, I don't want that. I don't want to sacrifice the morality. I didn't get into this to be famous. I thought it was cool at the time. Now it's like, it is what it is. Y'all just want this fame thing more than anything. And I've realized it's addictive, and it can, I think, lure you in before you realize it. You're addicted to it, and you're saying stuff about, like, we're supposed to be really good friends, and you're saying stuff or letting stuff slide. And I'm like, you're not a bad person. You just really want the fame. And you might be kind of broken if you've seen the other side of fame and you've experienced it and you still want it. There's probably something wrong with you.
Ooh, right, guys?
I don't personally want
so
that.
freaking tough.
Yeah.
And honestly, I do think that boy Andrew is a snake in the grass who would do anything to keep his boat afloat. And I think the second you do something that could screw the whole operation up, he's fine getting you the fuck out of there.
No, but for real, you got a stink dick husband sleeping on the floor. like, what's wrong with you, man? Like,
And Akaash's time away from the Flagrant podcast has had fans predicting that he is done with the show altogether, removing it from his social media pages, and even claiming during this interview that he is essentially done with social politics.
Doing political commentary, and it's like, well, how did you get here?
Yeah.
Because your other sucked, and so you went and fed the algorithm and chased it, and now you're this political person you didn't want to be. I don't want to keep doing that. That's like a hamster wheel that never stops.
It's
So
never ending.
I know what I love. I want to focus on what I love.
Now, even in the end, after he talks about all of his success and accomplishing his wildest dreams, the host still has to make sure that the poor sap knows his place in the hierarchy.
I appreciate you coming through and having a
Dude, I
conversation.
appreciate you having me. I appreciate you always being you.
Thank you so much. And I need, you know who the star of this is, right?
My wife.
That's right.
Oh.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Let's go, Akaash. We love you.
So at this point, the
Oh
guy
my
is just a
God.
shell of his former self, and to me it is beyond sad to witness. You know, I never found the guy to be particularly funny, but at the end of the day, it's obvious that he worked very hard to follow his dreams and built himself up this life that he should be genuinely proud of. And instead, he's just become the butt of an everlasting joke that does not seem to be going away anytime soon. Now, for those of you who were wondering, his wife, on the other hand, continues to post relentlessly about her shopping addiction, bragging about the fact that she does not have to work, crying about her haters, and blaming bots not only for her downfall, but for the downfall of Indians worldwide.
If there wasn't such a radicalization of like hatred against South Asians, especially fucking Indians online, and it feels like very bot heavy too. Like it feels like, I don't know, like some government of like rival countries are like, nah, fuck the Indians, we want their PR to be trash.
Either way, guys, as we
What?
followed this thing unravel,
What?
it's really
What?
crazy to witness.
We
I
don't
know, maybe
need
this is all
to
just the result of
freaking-
Jasmine simply having too much time on her hands. Like, if you do not have any hobbies outside of shopping, that's pretty crazy to me. Either way, I want to know what you guys think down below. I also really encourage you to go check out my last video. That's more or less where this channel is kind of moving in the future. Though I will still be doing update videos like this for the time being. You know, giving y'all some Scooby snacks before you get to the actual meal.
All right, guys,
But
now
either way,
let's
I
get
do
to
want to
the-
thank you guys for
let's
watching.
get to the latest, right?
Yeah,
Here we
so
go.
yeah,
the
so
hottest story-
yeah, her saying that there's like some type of robot PR campaign to make the Indians look like trash. There's no reason for that. They line their streets with their own trash. They don't need any help from anybody.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Here we go.
story at the end of 2025 was a comedian named Akaash Singh getting humiliated by his wife.
I saw her from the back, you know what I mean? I saw her from the back first.
For years, Akaash spoke about this woman like she was an
Oh,
angel
God.
sent down from heaven to be with him, ridiculing many celebrity relationships throughout the years on his podcast, with the most infamous one being Will Smith with the whole Chris Rock slapping saga.
Oh, I didn't know that was Jade. I thought that was Megamind from the Disney cartoon. I did not know.
Yes. Will said that about your girl.
Again, also
not-
different.
You're not hitting them?
Also different because our wives aren't celebrities. They don't put themselves out there.
Yeah.
You put themselves out there, I swear I would look at you and be like, yo, and it would be a fight.
And
And
that's what
I'm
he's-
not great at fighting with my wife, but it would be a fight where it's like, hey, you also got to understand that
Yeah.
comes with this life.
I'm gonna defend my wife. Yo, stand up for your wife, bro.
In private.
In fact, many of the quotes from this specific podcast have now aged horrifically for Akaash in the modern day.
We supposed to keep this on the low. You couldn't control and keep it on the low, and I
I'm the
look
one
stupid, and you
getting-
angry at me.
I'm the one getting embarrassed, and then I call you out on wording, and you get, yeah, that's what I said. No, it's not what you said.
I agree with you guys.
She
100%.
could be a witch.
And we all know after a long, explosive feud with the Red Pill community, and specifically Fresh and Fit,
The way I look at it is, you watch them you see them evolutionary charts from Neanderthal to Homo sapien.
Yeah.
Y'all are the first motherfucker out of Neanderthal.
a light was shined on various TikToks and podcasts that his wife made that made her look shallow, materialistic, and really just like an egomaniac.
That is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day.
You guys, that voice. Can you imagine coming home to this voice?
Makes me, yeah, it's like you'd want to just shove an ice pick in your earlobes just to lose the hearing so you can get some
Yeah.
peace and quiet for once, you know?
if anything, we'll send you a runner for the Razors. You know what I mean? It's this.
And as time went on, the
Look
clips
at that.
just
She won't
kept
even kiss
coming.
him.
New things were
Oh, yeah,
surfacing,
no,
and it only got more and more embarrassing for our Indian friend. Now, after that entire thing went down last year, the pair have actually.
Locke, what were you saying?
Nothing. It's just like all you got to do is like when you take a look at group photos, she doesn't look at him like at all. She focuses on trying to be in the center of the camera. She wants the attention on her. Like, she has absolutely no respect for this guy. She makes it clear she has no respect for this guy. And he is in just so much denial over it.
Hold on. FY Rob says we talk about the ABBA situation. Yeah, guys, we can talk about that probably either tomorrow or maybe Sunday. Maybe I'll do a short live with the whole ABBA thing. Have you heard of the whole ABBA situation, Locke? Cord?
No, I haven't. What's going on?
You know, ABBA from ABBA and Preach.
Yeah.
Got some broad pregnant, and then she got an abortion. Oops.
Oh.
Of course, Myron's going in on him. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. I don't mind ABBA and Preach, but they are pretty like, I don't want to say holier than thou. You know what I'm saying? But they, yeah. So, and look, they were right to judge Fresh. Fine. But there were some people, like, for instance, when Pearly Things had NF on her show and got demonetized, how they were going in on her. Like, it's so funny that NF has done the rounds. She was just like 2 years ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? So they were doing a victory lap when she got demonetized. And then, I can't defend the whole Fresh thing, but, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, But
Yeah.
thank for the $5, man.
You are scaring the hoes.
What are you saying?
Yeah, and people in glass houses should wear clothes too.
It's true.
Yeah. People in glass houses sink ships.
Yeah. Why don't you make like a tree and get the fuck out of here?
Actually both doubled down against
Thanks
their
for the save.
detractors. As Jasleen constantly posts about the hate she receives, which she blames on bots.
If you don't know what the controversy was, a lot of red pill and misogynistic men tried to cancel me because I said I popped my pussy. Big fucking deal. Like, get the fuck over it.
And she also went to get glazed to no end by this clown on his podcast.
Akaash and Jasleen are gonna profit from this, by the way. Like, y'all think that, Akaash really mad, right? Like, that don't change y'all life. Y'all still living in your mom's bedroom, talking about, his life over. Meanwhile, him and Jasleen sitting around, grabbing a check, opening up her, 5th Birkin.
This all while Akaash, on the other hand, had to admit that the hate affected him deeply.
I don't know. I don't feel like things really phase you like that. So I couldn't gauge
I was
if
phased.
it really hurt.
I was deeply phased.
But what
Here, he would also throw out some threats.
is it on site or are you evolved at this point?
If we want beef, I'll destroy everything. I'll burn it.
Please, what are you gonna do? You're 5'2", 120 pounds. Come on, dude.
Everything down. Where you came on my
that
wife.
look on his face, I'm sorry, I just got to say it. That guy couldn't even handle a wet dream. I'm sorry. He can't handle
Just
it.
burn it.
He couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag if he had help.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you got defeated by an insufferable broad.
Yeah.
You cannot take on the world when you are allowed to be this deeply disrespected.
True. Yep.
All down.
So it was clear that the endless abyss of comments and commentary really did a number on our guy.
Really? This useless bitch.
Which is like Punjabi brown meat.
And even till this day, Akaash is still posting very passive-aggressive things. Like when he sold out the Radio City Music Hall just last month, he captioned the post sarcastically saying she ruined his career, which was obviously a nod at the people talking about the Jasleen files. At the end of the day, I don't think that anyone felt like he would just die from a career standpoint, but the entire situation just made him kind of the joke of the month on the internet. Either way, after the show at the Radio City Music Hall, people noticed that none of the guys from the Flagrant podcast appeared to be in attendance. And even if they were, apparently Akaash did not give them the time of day. Not only that, but Akaash would silently remove the show from his social media pages, and he stopped appearing on the podcast altogether for the last couple of months. And when he spoke in this interview how he was sick of fake friends who talk shit behind his back during this entire nightmare, many people inferred that he was talking about Andrew and his crew.
We're supposed to be really good friends and you're saying stuff or letting stuff slide. And I'm like, you're not a bad person. You just really want the fame. And you might be kind of broken if you've seen the other side of fame and you've experienced it and you still want it. There's probably something wrong with you.
And now we do finally have confirmation that Akaash has officially left the Flagrant podcast. All right, guys, here we are on the official announcement that Akaash will no longer be on the Flagrant podcast. It actually is quite ironic that this thumbnail was sitting right here because that expression, that still shot, is essentially the only reaction we're going to be getting from Akaash at this point. Other than passive-aggressive Instagram post about she ruined his career, saying I sold X amount of tickets, we're going to be just fine. We're not going to get the final radio dispatch call saying, yo, this is Akaash Singh, number 2225, signing off the Flagrant podcast. We're not going to get anything like that. And to me, I think it's because Akaash either does not fuck with Andrew anymore, or he just really does not like the Flagrant audience who has really been tormenting him for the last couple of months. Because despite not appearing on the show for this entire year, the comment section on literally every episode has been flooded with remarks about Akaash.
We got to address the elephant in the room, no pun intended. Okay. As I'm sure you guys are aware, our boy Akaash, he really went through it earlier this year, showed amazing resilience and, selling out Radio City recently, setting records in Toronto, just crushing stand-up around the globe, and literally just like living the dreams that he would tell me about at 2 a.m. when we're eating fucking egg sandwiches at Veselka.
I mean, you do have to remember that Akaash and Andrew really rose to prominence together in a lot of ways. They have made millions of dollars between themselves. And while he will reminisce here about the good times, to me, I think that Andrew did not have Akaash's best interest throughout this entire nightmare. I really do think it was his idea to have Jasleen on the podcast, which was like pouring gasoline on a already out of control fire.
I would watch the videos and I would die laughing. As a friend who loves him, I would die laughing.
And then obviously on his other podcast, Brilliant Idiots, he was really talking shit behind Akaash's back.
Keep your wife off the
motherfucking internet.
And I get, guys, that it's a comedy podcast and it's like, yo, everyone can get these jokes. But I could also see how that could rub someone the wrong way or really pour salt on a wound when pretty much everyone is roasting you.
But the experience has put things in perspective for him. And he has made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod. It is bittersweet. We wish that he did not want to do that. But at the same time, it's very hard not to root for your friend, literally living his dreams. And if he feels he's got to give everything to that, then that's exactly what...
Guys, there's another video where he's talking about how she was saying that his podcast fans are different than his comedy fans. And people think that means that she said, hey, distance yourself from the podcast because that fan base is toxic.
He's got to do, and we're going to rock with him. We hope you guys continue to rock with him. Go check out the show. We saw the show Radio City. It's phenomenal. You guys should absolutely go check it out. AkaashSingh.com for tickets. So we just wanted to, clear the air. Akaash hasn't been on the pod for a while. We thought it was time that we, talk to you guys about it.
And I do think that for the Flagrant audience, it's almost like their parents sitting them down and finally telling them, yes, we are getting a divorce. I know you can tell that things have been fucked up for a while, little Timmy. Daddy's got a mistress over here, and let me just tell you, it's over. I mean, even just thinking about Akaash's viewpoints, I could see how being in the podcast and the political sphere can get a little bit toxic for your mental health. And if really he just feels like a comedian at heart and that's what he wants to pursue fully, and he feels like he can still bring a lot of money in because obviously he's walking away from a fat bag here. I could see the allure to just being done with this shit, but obviously he's given away a massive platform.
It's bittersweet because this is my brother. I love him. I was here day one of this podcast, and it's like, we were started together and together.
Guys, this is regular income for him, right?
Mhm.
He doesn't have to do shows. He can sit and do this podcast and get paid. So he's giving up guaranteed income all because of his whore wife. Look at that.
Bad boys for life.
Yeah.
Some gay shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Something about him not being there just feels really weird to me. Like, this almost feels like a eulogy.
I'm just so fucking proud, like being at Radio City and just seeing like just
Radio City Music Hall show. And I'm guessing that maybe Akaash more or less just snubbed them, because none of these guys posted pictures with him. In all of the various content that Akaash posted around that night, there was not one picture, not one video, not one glimpse of the flagrant guys. I mean, truly, maybe Akaash expected them to stand 10 toes down with him, and when he felt like they didn't, he's like, you know what, fuck you.
I came home from Sweden.
Oh yeah, his reaction was incredible.
His reaction, like he didn't even care. The cameras were there, jumped up, gave me the biggest fucking bear hug. I didn't know he was that strong.
And you know, obviously everyone has gotten their jokes off at Akaash's expense at this point. But between everyone in this room, I do feel like he's probably the most genuine person. Like, I don't think that he's the type to go around.
Which is why he shouldn't have to go through this stuff, right, guys?
No.
Guys, this is pity. Akaash is a good guy. He's just a simp. That's the problem, because no one's saying anything about his character. No one's saying anything about him being a bad guy. No, he's just brainwashed. He's a simp.
Yeah.
He's doing it to himself. That's the worst part. This needs to happen to like an Adam 22 or something. I mean, well, it already has. He just doesn't care, you know?
Oh, God. Adam 22. Why'd you bring that up, man?
But I'm just saying that let's just say all these guys are all scumbags. They all haven't had their wives embarrass them in public and ruin their image.
Backstabbing people.
I love you, brother, but you know, we'll see each other, so it's all good.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool to see all the venues he's selling out. And then
clips of the wife did not come out. Like, if she never tried to have this social media presence, which obviously is like quite ironic considering the things that he said about, oh, our wives are not celebrities, they don't have a platform, he would still be cooking on the Flagrant podcast. So in many ways, she did end this phase of his career. And let's just sift through some of the audience feedback. This guy says, poor Akaash, his lady sunk his battleship. Jasleen, you watching, you did this. Damn, she really messed up his life. This is how me and the boys talk after a funeral. He left the wrong person, hope he grows and comes back. I mean, I don't know. If you honestly felt like the guy was going to leave his wife over this internet backlash, at least in like the immediate sense, like honestly, you're probably too parasocial towards this podcast. You are most likely too terminally online. I don't know. I really just think a lot of things.
No. This is about respect. This is not just about the backlash. This is about the lack of respect of the person who's supposed to love him the most and support him the most. To have and to hold through sickness and health, through death do you part.
Yeah. And here's the thing. He will never leave her. She has broken him. And she will eventually leave him. She's gonna freaking, do the social media round. She's gonna cry about how, he hurt her or something like that. She's going to get the alimony. She's going to get the assets, and she is going to be just fine. He's going to be and he's going to get even more broken.
Yeah.
That shit, there is no way that broad is going to stay with him. She's going to fleece him. She's going to suck him dry for all he's worth in the most degrading ways possible. And then when she's finally had her fill, she'll be like, okay, I'm going to go, with a guy that I actually respect. Pay me for the trouble. Screw you very much. Goodbye.
Yep.
Yeah, that we all know what's going to happen. She's going to bleed him and then leave him. And then everyone's going to be like, I told you so.
Then he gets up and does this Indian dance in front of me. But listen, go out and support Akaash, man. Go send him some messages. Show him some love, dude.
Yeah.
He's the man. He's getting after it, and he's going to continue to crush it.
Yeah. Go get a ticket to the show if there's tickets left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The entire segment just had a really strange vibe to it to me. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what you guys thought about this entire thing. I mean, you know, Jasleen is still posting about her materialistic addiction. And I don't know, maybe to them, that's just what love is. You know, during that interview that he did, he said something like, oh yeah, she knows I'm very grateful for her. I buy her all of these things.
You know, you need to thank her.
All the time. Like, buy her nonstop.
I see her.
And to me, I don't know. I think that's super strange. I would not want to be in a relationship like that.
This is
Either
sickening.
way, y'all let me know what you guys think
Oh
about
my
this down
God.
below. Just like a weird vibe to me. But as always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video.
AJ,
dropping
you
a
have
like.
no you have no idea how badly I want to violate your no swearing rule right now.
It's just ridiculous, guys. Guys,
Oh
but
my-
this is why you have to be careful of
Mhm.
who you surround yourself with friends and the women that you're with. Because guys, these
Yeah.
women, I'm telling you, they can be your biggest op. Is the woman who you surround yourself with, man.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely makes no sense.
And dude, that
Come on,
freaking
guys, come on.
sign off was just a massive kick to his scrot. You know, I'm buying her all of these things, and it's like I'm just trying to make her happy. Oh, make sure that you are thanking her.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to throw something at her the second I heard she said that.
Look at this, guys.
And this just goes to what I always say. When you lead with your wallet, she's going to leave with your wallet.
That's true.
Yep.
Yep.
Amen to that.
That's the sound of the police.
Look at this, guys.
Oh, cops are here. I gotta go.
Speaking of crazy
So
girlfriends.
it was about an argument over a coworker of his, and that you thought that he was like cheating on. He's right here. You can get him now. Actually, you can start. What do you call him? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So it was over you thinking that he was cheating on
I'm
you.
sorry. I just can't. I can't.
You guys never believe anything that comes in this out of this person's mouth, and we know that a lot of things have come in this person's mouth. Oh!
Her mouth is antibiotic resistant too. Fun fact.
Her mouth, her chest, her stomach.
I can't but feel like I'm being judged right now.
Because they didn't fall for your BS from the jump. Because she thought that all she had to do is just cry, and they would.
Because what does it matter what the argument is about?
So
What does it matter what the argument's about?
Say again?
I said, no, bro. Got them headlights on display.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's coming. She's coming at them with both barrels.
Because it's important. So when I do my report, I need to tell about why I came out here. So why you called. So how the argument started is important just as much as how if you're claiming that something was physical. That's important, Mike. That's important.
I know, but
You're not being judged. I need to know why you guys started arguing. Is why. You know what I mean? So I'm not judging you. We all have relationships and stuff.
Why does it matter the details?
I don't need to know the lady's name if that's what you're wondering. I just need to know why the argument sparked. So if you're saying that it only started because you thought
Is her nipples getting harder?
Fooling around with a coworker.
Say again?
Is it me or is her nipples getting harder?
Guys, once you get implants, sometimes they just stay like this. Yeah.
It's like honestly because I'm just freaking out because I can't move my hand.
So I want to. Do you want EMS to come in, or do you want medical
that's
attention?
why this is what I mean.
Okay, I can call for EMS to come in if that's what you want. That's what you want to do.
They know she's full of it, guys.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
4 FSC1, you can restart EMS over here, reference a hand injury. We're going to have him come out, okay? I'm going to make that call. So again,
I'm freaking out because of my cold.
So I'm trying to get to the injury and what happened in the physical part because you're claiming that you were battered by your significant other, but I need to start somewhere. So I need to start with what happened today. But now you're talking about the whole grand scheme of things of things that have just been going on. Like I'm assuming that happened months or years ago.
Yeah, but it's an ongoing thing. That's what I need.
But I'm talking to you about
Up. There it is. There it is.
Let's start from
what happened? I missed it.
No. You see, here's the thing. Like 2 seconds ago, she was wailing and crying, and now she's kind of turned it around and she's freaking calm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like she can turn it on and off like a freaking light switch.
Well, because now she thinks the cop is on her side, so she can keep flinging her BS.
Yeah, no, but it's just like that's just a dead freaking giveaway. Because if she was truly in fearing for her life, she would not like.
Well, there's no tears either.
Yeah, no, it's all fake.
Today.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Let's start from prior to you calling 911. So you said that you got into an argument with your significant other about a coworker. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start with that. What happened? Did you tell him something? Did he say something? Now I need to know about the verbal part of this argument. If that's what I'm asking for now.
Yeah, but that's why I don't want you to you can't boil it down just me getting mad that he was talking to a coworker. It was just it's an ongoing thing. It's just
I understand, but I need a baseline here, Lauren. So you called because you got into an argument with your boyfriend about him talking to a coworker who's another female. So did you confront him about it? Did he tell you about it? And then where did it go from there?
I ask him things, and then he gets in my face and he gets aggressive, and then that's where things escalate. And that's why it's hard for me to boil it down to just it's just this and this and this.
But I need to talk about what just happened. The events from when you prior to calling 911, all the events that happened prior and to now until I came up to you.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's just it doesn't boil down to these few things that we were talking about. It's like
well, then why'd you call, you dunce? Why'd you call? What a joke. What a joke.
Ongoing thing, and then he just gets in my face and gets aggressive, and it's about
Lauren, can I ask you a question? Specifically, focus on what happened.
Officer Keisha's not playing. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I can say that I respect sometimes about Officer Keisha is they don't take a lot of mess. You remember Officer Keisha was like, "Welcome to America," to that loudmouth British broad.
In the last few hours between.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's just hard. I like it
because I'm not really hearing much, but I'm saying a lot. So can you explain to me why? When he's trying to leave, you're grabbing him and you're hitting him. Can you explain to me? Just explain to me. I want an explanation.
I want him. He was.
Here it comes.
He was
Hold up.
So that's what usually happens. So
Let me see the video. You got a video from today now.
Ah, he filmed it. Good on him, guys.
Nice.
Good on him. Let's go.
Yeah, but
yes.
Everybody's missing the big point. She's a frightened, blonde little white girl.
You mean 2 points?
But she's a scared little blonde white girl. That's got to count for something.
Yep.
I know she was previously arrested and you had video then. This isn't the same video.
Oh, she was arrested once before. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, right? No, I mean, this is video from today, correct? I mean, here's a video of her trying to set the clothes on fire. Today,
no, show him the video.
Yeah, show me. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I know that she's.
But no, when this incident happened, he doesn't have.
So
guys, never ever stay with the chick who puts her hands on you, man.
Yeah,
never.
It's not worth it, man.
No.
Escalates, and guys, more and more now you see guys, they'll friggin' either stab the guy, right, or you walk away and they'll just hit you with the car,
What do you think's in her medicine cabinet?
Taste the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Skittles. Every single SSRI. In the
You
book,
know
man.
she's
And
on
some penicillin.
Valium.
Oh!
She's on Xannies. She's on everything.
Yeah. Yep.
To leave. When I try to leave, she doesn't allow me to leave. She keeps me trapped in the room. She doesn't allow me to leave with my clothes. I finally fell asleep on the couch. I woke up on the couch to her hitting me with a pillow. And then when I tried to walk past her, she started scratching me and pulling my neck strip to shoot with my shirt.
Mind if I see your chest? So, point where it hurts.
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Is this a scratch here? It does kind of feel like a scratch.
Because she grabbed my
Yeah,
shirt and
okay.
the shit out of it.
Sorry.
I don't want her to get in trouble.
I don't want her to get in trouble.
Oh
He's
God.
been arrested before. God, he should know how this goes. Hey, buddy.
Why are you gay?
She was hitting him with a pillow. He's
And
damn
scratched
lucky
him,
she
too.
wasn't. Yeah, but he's lucky she wasn't trying to smother him.
Yeah. Or hitting him with a hammer.
Video of her scratching you or anything like that, or?
I don't have any video from after I woke up.
So you were on the couch right here
Sleeping.
Okay. Do you remember what time that was?
20 minutes ago.
Listen
Like,
to me,
if she,
guys.
what happened? Like, she's throwing her whole weight into me.
Was this after you got
Sorry
scratched?
about
or
the
before
blurry screen, guys.
you got scratched?
I mean, it happened a few times. It's like, here's the thing, like.
Well, show me. Listen, come on.
I know how things work. And
The videos that you recorded.
So this is me, 10:55. Like, I'm literally trying to leave. And I'm just,
Look at that.
I have to videotape myself because I'm just in a fucking corner right now.
Let me,
I don't want her to get in trouble.
I don't want her to get in trouble. I don't want her to get in trouble. Look at that, guys.
See, guys like this, I don't feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
I do not feel sorry for guys like this. They
After
deserve
a couple
every bit of
times,
pain.
honestly, it's
Yep.
it's it's their own fault. Let's get ahead, guys.
She has gaslit him into thinking he's the problem. That's why he's saying, I don't want her to get in trouble.
Where is it? Palm Beach County. It figures. Ohio, Florida.
If we can get something that we hear, stating that.
She still doesn't think that she did anything wrong.
Hospital.
Why? You know why?
It's
Let's go! Thanks, Skeezer.
Look at that.
You see this? Why is this happening again?
Yeah.
Why is this happening again? She said.
That shows you how crazy she is.
Yeah.
Holy gee willikers, I wonder why.
All I did was hit him and scratch him a few times. I don't understand.
It's not like I stabbed him again.
He's a man.
Yeah.
He can take it. He's a man. Yeah.
You have to ask yourself that question. Why you don't allow him to come in and have the fight section?
You're not joking.
Let's grab her.
Lauren, you are under arrest for domestic battery today, okay? Oh, snap. I went too
There's
far.
the tattoo.
No, please.
You are under arrest for
Can I
domestic
please
battery,
talk
okay?
to him? Why did he do this? Please.
Secured in the vehicle and get
Can I please talk to him? Why are you doing this?
The medication is what got her into the mess in the first
This is
place.
not okay. Please. Can you please talk to him? Please.
They already did talk to him. Why do you think you're getting arrested?
But I'm the one who's injured. No, I want to be taken in for injury, please.
Oh, now
Please, I
she's
want to be
injured.
taken in for injury then. Please.
Oh,
No,
there's
this
the-
is
yeah.
not okay.
Lauren,
Please.
please.
Please. What are you talking about?
Female, let me take it.
See, they're just like toddlers, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
Gonna
no,
get to
I don't
that
think that's fair. I think toddlers are a little bit more mature than this.
Not by much.
Yeah, but still, you know, it's not by much, but it's still more.
What a joke.
Okay.
Oh my God,
right now,
this
we're
is a
gonna
joke.
get you in the-
No, this is a joke.
Did you hear the other officer back there a few minutes ago asked her if she had any? She was on some kind of medications.
Yeah, did you take your medication? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joke. I'm the one he literally hurt me. What do you mean?
See how fast they
What do
put it
you
to the bus?
mean? What do you mean?
Now, AJ, pause. So keep in mind, he was saying, "I don't want to get her in trouble," everything along those lines. I know how this goes. He's trying to, protect her still, but see how quickly these demons will throw you under the bus.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And here's the thing: the Bible says it. The Bible says it itself. Women, respect your husband, because the Bible knew that a woman can't love what she doesn't respect. And the fact that this isn't the first time she put his hands on him. And this sucker, never mind. I'm done.
Let me remove this real quick. Where do you want me to put this one?
Please.
Well, I can tell you this.
Yes,
Please.
have your
Oh my God.
This is at least the second time in her life she's been held accountable for her actions.
And she hates it just as much as the first time.
I bet she was wild the first time.
Yep.
God.
Listen, where do you want me to put this?
Her nose ring is gonna have to go too.
Why?
Last time we couldn't.
No,
took
they
it
didn't.
off.
They didn't take it out.
They didn't
Please.
take it.
Like,
Any rings?
Keep it on.
please. Can I? Please.
Lauren? Is it Lauren? Any rings? You have in your?
I don't have any rings.
All right.
Why am I the one being taken in when I'm hurt?
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you a shirt.
Can I please explain
Okay,
this?
watch your knees, Kaylor. Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, she has shirt, jacket.
Hey, can you get me
Why?
cooked? Cooked. Good. Take this rod away.
I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Good.
Please, I refuse it. Please, can you? I
It's too late
refuse
for that.
it.
Hey, we're gonna get the jacket on you, okay?
Please.
You want a jacket?
We're gonna ask you once. We want to put the jacket on you because
So that way you can go without a sports bra and go.
I think you should wear the jacket.
Please,
Your hand hurts
please,
because
I
you hit him.
refuse the service. I refused it. All I said was that I was hurt.
Lauren, so
I said that on
Lauren,
the phone.
I'm gonna
to
ask you one more
dispatcher.
time. Do you want the jacket on when you go to jail, or do you want to wear that?
Okay.
Thank you. Because I would rather you wear a jacket. You were quite exposed.
Sir, please, I refuse this. I said, I was just concerned about my injury.
Okay.
And then you guys show up before the EMT. Please,
That's not how this works, you dummy.
can you please,
Please,
this is not okay. Please, can you please talk to him, please, sir? I refused it on the phone.
She tried to play the game, guys. You know what she found out? Game over.
I refused it on the phone. I'm the one who's injured. Please, I was just concerned about my
Punch again.
hand. Please.
Notice how again,
I trust you.
Say again.
She goes from sob story to demon back to sob story. I've had to deal with this in person.
Ugh, sorry to hear that, man.
You can put the jacket on.
Please, I'm just asking you. To the dispatcher, I said I'm just concerned about my injury, and that's all it is. Please, this is not necessary. Please.
We have to do our job, Lauren.
Please, I'm asking you. This is not. I'm the one who's injured.
Lauren, jacket.
Can I ask you if I?
Yeah, she just turned it off. See?
I have the right
Lauren,
to ask.
I need you to put your jacket on,
I know.
and I need you to turn your back to me so I can put the handcuffs back on. Can you help her with the jacket?
Nose down his hand.
What's that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
But for my rights, if I'm not aware, like I didn't want the bills of it. I didn't realize I was going to be arrested today because I'm the one who's injured. If I agreed to go with the EMS, what would happen?
You just get arrested after.
What does that mean?
We're not talking about the ifs here. We're talking about right now. So right now you are under arrest for domestic battery.
I didn't do anything. He's the one who's hurt. I was just concerned about my finger. Please.
Watch your elbow.
Wait a minute.
I didn't
Wait a minute.
do anything. I was drinking a beer. Why can't I drink a beer?
Did you catch how she told on herself? She said he was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Now I just feel sorry for the guy that has to drive back to the station with her.
Yeah.
PC, you just want to do the proper because I have a cool trifold.
Yeesh. Mrs. Potato Head over here. I hope you guys aren't eating. Sister Mary Francis.
Okay, well, so you saw it, right? Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, still do it.
AJ, she's going to conduct your body cavity search.
Oh. I don't need that image in my head, yo.
She said that your daughter.
Anyways, guys, I got to get going.
All right, guys.
You guys have a good one, all right?
Cool. Appreciate you. Hey, guys. I'll sign this off, but I'll talk to you guys Sunday at 9. Bye, guys.
Take it easy.
Later.